tell you mine now. I'm out of breath, but I'm here. And it is 19:02 in Nairobi, Kenya. My name is Joker 254. You are listening to the 254 Express. And for the next 3 hours, we're going to be doing Kenyan music, interviews, and conversation. And I might have a guest. I might have some conversation. I might have some music. We're definitely going to have a good time. It's been a week. I don't think I've really done a show this week. I mean, I've tried. I think I was here on maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. I wasn't here Wednesday. And yesterday I didn't have a show, but I'm happy to be here today. With whatever life is throwing my way, and whatever life is throwing your way, for some reason we're all somehow joined here together. The playlist is fire. I'm telling you, the playlist is super, super fire, if I do say so myself. But we have the OG in the house, and we just want to talk to him for a second, find out how he's doing, because it's good to check on your friends. Guys, check on your friends. Wamwe haki kwa natea
tena huru.
Kwani mimi sijisikii kwa hizi headphones zako na naonanga umezeka kwa kichwa yako ama ziko off?
Ujisikii?
Wala sijisikii. Sisikii. I can hear myself now. Can I tell you a weird thing about me? I cannot stand the sound of my own voice.
Why?
It makes no sense. Bro, like why should I be hearing myself?
Because your voice is amazing.
Okay, the one thing I've been really like hype about lately is the fact that there's only one joke here.
One joke. Oh, one joke here.
One joke here. You can't make another me. It's
can't.
impossible. Even if you atana dawa, ata ukifanya nini, like there's only one Gikonyo.
Yeah, sure.
There's only one Tatanyaks. Like everybody is a one of one. Like hakuna msana za come akwe wewe. It doesn't matter how hard they try.
Sure.
Like insa shida inakuanga ni sawa ni wewe alafu utadu. Sasa siwe ni wewe. Okay, so mimi wewe ni wewe utadu.
Wewe utadu.
Kumaanisha like okay no but odmi hakuna kitu utadu. Lazima utafanya kitu juu. Imagine you have power by being the fact that you're you. And there's only one you. So like what do you do about it?
Put your best out there. What you do best. Put it out there. You do it in the maximum way you can. Basically that's it. Yeah.
Wacha nikuulize. Nilisikia ukisema ati uliacha drugs. Sijakata vijana tuache mihadarati. But kuna movie fulani kuna cheki. Mse fulani akasema be afraid of that thing that makes you calm. Unanielewa? Like ile kitu inakufanya uko na peace. Sema ni tei, sema ni bangi, sema ni madem, sema ni radio. Yani hiyo kitu inakupatia hiyo peace, yani uiogope.
Why?
Juu inaweza kuwa risky.
Sasa tuachana na life juu vitu zingine zinatupenga calmness, you know.
Bro, lakini kama imagine ukizoea calmness. Juu imagine hakuna ati najua hiyo kitu kupatia calmness. Udhani ni risky kwa hiyo place?
Sidhani.
Kwa nini?
Kwangu sidhani yenye nipeanga peace na calmness, sidhani ni risky.
Okay. So unanifanyia nikuwe curious. Nini nakupatia peace na calmness? Ni nini inakupatia, yani unasikia here wacha vilizi ma clouds ziko. Ni wapi unasikia uko kwa clouds wewe?
As in high ama calmness?
Wewe chagua ile kitu.
Unanipeleka high. Niacha Madrid.
The world is your oyster, Gikosh.
Sure. Calmness. Calmness at this point in my life, it's radio.
Kwa nini?
Because it gives me peace. It's something that I love doing. And those 3 hours that I'm on here, the calmness that I have, you guys don't have no idea.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah?
Does it have anything to do with the fact that you're good at it?
No.
No. And that you know that you're good at it and other people tell you that you're good at it. Like, does that... It somehow must encourage you. Because I'm curious. You don't complain about having to get here. And, sorry, not sorry. Fuck it. Maybe someone listens, or someone doesn't listen. I'm not here to make you happy. But, like, there's many people who be like, it's raining. How comes... My brother loves cigarettes. Me, I love bangi. My brother will do anything to get a cigarette. Me, I'll be in Kilifi, I'll be in Lamu, I will get bangi. So I feel like for you, like, would you do anything to have this, to be able to do what you're doing?
For life.
Regardless of how hard it is.
How hard?
Kwako fair ni kitu kubwa?
Fair?
Best yako alinikula fair.
Best yangu mgani?
Aki nitafanya thread siku moja ude matalia. Fucking hell.
Best yangu mgani?
Fair. Fuck. And I have the M-Pesa message to prove it.
I'm curious.
Alinikula fair.
Gani huyo?
Anyway, we'll talk about it another day. Today is about Mao. But I guess how comes fair? Because you see, sasa ingine Derek kunipigia mashindano. Namwambia Derek, imagine mimi nafikiria hiyo rent alipa hii mwezi ndapata wapi? Wewe unaniambia sijui ati pliers. So nataka nitoke mali niko, mali nasaka do, nikuje nikutafutie pliers. Bro, fuliza ama tumia hustler fund ufanye kitu haraka.
Nakana. Una venye Derek kukusumbua. Hivyo ndo nasimanga mama yangu na shosho yangu.
Sasa kuna
make sure niko na fair.
So kuna dem fulani niko nampenda. Niko nataka apatiane hata hiyo $1 yani. Siku nataka mingi. Can you just give $1? Na kwake alikuwa hata hiyo $1 ni ngumu apatie. Lakini kuna msatona, I feel like it's beyond mimi naweza sema ni kujituma.
Kujituma.
By the way, kuna mtu alikuwa msha leo asubuhi asema on the job.
In the job?
So wewe ulijua kuna time fulani nafaa kwenda job. Kajipanga. Kapanga show. I feel like hiyo ndio kitu nafaa kutichwa vijana kujituma, sababu utaomoka leo.
Vijana wagani?
Wote?
Wagani?
Worldwide, bro.
Hawataki hivyo.
Bro, hatuwezi omoka leo.
Wataka vitu za haraka.
Gikosh hatuwezi omoka leo. Mimi niko sure ukistiki na kenye unafanya utaomoka. Sure. Nakwambia kwa nini? Ule msela alikuwa anafanya ngoma na yeye side by side. Nikifanya ngoma mimi ni naiboy.
Wallahi.
Mimi niliacha ngoma, naiboy akuquit. Atakwambia. So imagine ningeendelea na ngoma kama singe quit mali ingekuwa. The difference ni mimi niliquit, yake endelea. Ukidesire kukwama na kitu, bro, huwezi enda loss. Hata kama unasema umekoma na fish, unasema utauza fish. Season 2 za kuchapa, lakini ya 3 utaumia tena. Utagrow.
But it's not easy though.
But what the fuck is easy, Gikosh?
Watu wanataka vitu easy.
Kama nini?
Vitu tu easy.
Nini ni easy, Gikosh? Sijui kitu easy.
we love easy things. Wataka leo kuja hapa, kesho wameanza kulipwa.
Can I give a good stupid scenario? Kuna boys wangu tukiwa high school, tulikuwa nataka madem. Ilikuwa nataka madem mbaya. So era zetu madem walikuanga village market. So sisi tulikuwa nanga Friday tunaenda village market. Matime kama hizi. Sisi tunarauka tunaenda village market. Tutapata madem nini. Form, to be very honest, ilikuwa kutafuta madem. Hakukuwa kitu kingine village market. Either umeenda na dem ama unatafuta madem. So kuna boys wangu fulani ametafuta dem akapata. Udem aka-agree kumpatia head village market. Amepata na hiyo dem amesema wewe nimekunoki, wewe uko sawa, wewe kama nikunyonye. Boza kanyonya akafurahi, lakini shida ikakuwa akupenda udem joko anaona udem anapatia na haraka. Yaani tumepata na leo unanyonya ni aje? Unajua like sijui kwenu. Unajua hata jina yako sijui kama nimesema vizuri, ni ngukungu kandu kunda hawa. Unajua whatever like atujuani poa, lakini wewe uko down na mimi hivyo. I feel like sasa zingine unapata kitu easy. Sasa zingine inakuanga hard. But like on your journey so far, like did you think this is what it required? And why does it make sense to you? Because for you, clearly you understand why and how. But how comes it makes sense to you?
Because I have nothing else to do. In terms of sitana uko ati tupende mapepa ziko wapi sina za kupeana uko nje. So this is the only thing that makes sense in my life. Yeah, because sina any other option. I have no other option. Unajua kuna watu wanakuanga na option. Nini. I don't have any other option. It either works or works.
Wacha nikuulize. Story ya mapepa. Ni juu hutaki ama ni juu hauwezi?
Siwezi.
Wala bilai. Hata Safaricom kuja waseme 254 drive sponsored by Safaricom. Uwezi
kuweza
kwenda chuo?
Naenda.
Ungependa? Nikitungetaka kama au umesema wafanye ni focus kwa kinafanya. Ama sahi hata hiyo ufikiri.
Shule zapenda kwenda. Yeah, but hizi kitu iko kwa mind ni radio. To figure out how it will work. Yeah.
So far ikawaje radio? Story ya radio inaendaje?
I'm not saying lie to you guys. It's never easy. Never easy. But so far so good. You learn, you cry, you laugh along the way. Ati?
Wala ulia?
Sometimes.
Aje.
Joke sometimes.
Unalia wewe mwanamume mzima unalia.
Ati mwanamume. Ati mwanamume.
Mwanamume ni kukaa gumu. Modoro meki.
Yezi kaa ngumu. Sometimes yezi kaa ngumu.
Wala inafika hapo?
Inafika tu hapo nasema no matter what lazima tu niende. Yeah. It's never easy.
Can I ask you what your highlight has been so far?
Highlight?
Yeah.
In terms of?
Radio.
In terms of radio?
Yeah. Your biggest, like you're like, wow, this is big for me. I feel big right now.
I don't feel like nimefika hiyo point. But at least those two small highlights, not like highlight. Is it interviewing Aziza? That was big for me. That was big for me.
I didn't even know who Aziza was. You really put me on that one.
That was big for me.
Anto needs to pay you though. You promote him so well. Anto and Brandy. You know, the only thing I wanted to reply to Brandy's tweet. What about Gikonyo? Like, I feel like Gikonyo should be the exception of a Brandy interview. Right. But sikaona bangi zimefika, zimeriet. Let me slow down. I'm
fighting for this girl on Twitter.
But I'm saying, me ngasema, Brandy, may I agree with your tweet. But can an exception be made in terms of interviews? That kama ni interview, Gikonyo, bro, sijui kama I hope you have it. I have Brandy's number. We're not best of friends because business is business and business is booming. But like I feel like if you ask Brandy for an interview, I feel like you should be the exception.
I asked before she came out. Atakangi interview from
najua hata mbeleni mimi nililamba nikalamba
because I asked her like when we were in the other studio akaniambia let me get my shit figured out, I'll tell you. Kutoka hiyo siku sasa ndio amekuja hapa ataka interview, but I can try though.
Kuna namba yake?
Like she replies to my DM.
But that's dope. I think I could ask her if I could give her your number, but like I feel like genuinely you should be the exception because you unampenda bure sio tena kulipa ati unaona mdefend yani sio ati cloud sio ati kwa hapo. I feel like you defend her because you do you like her music or what do you like her? Do you like her music? Mnatela amesema siji Brandy Minor should be studied in schools. Noni MG amesema nini. I guess what do you think about Brandy?
Her music, her vocals, everything about Brandy is amazing. And also ni msichana anajituma.
Kiaje? How old is she?
20 something. I don't know how old she is.
Okay.
But pia amejiput out there.
Unajua amejenga studio bro. Akona studio yake yani anatangaza ngoma.
Imagine kutoka kusukana
bro.
It's amazing.
Nimeona una push Gikosh sana kwa show yako.
Yeah.
I want to know why because
why?
People please don't fight me. If you want to fight me, you can find me here 7 to 10 Monday to Friday except for Wednesday. People watu wasema Gikosh nilidai. So wanafanya ukipush Gikosh.
Nataka unaona wamesema imedai.
Walisema ilidai but Gikosh it died dead and buried.
Sasa nataka kuileta back.
How now?
See, that's why I'm playing it on my show.
Okay, because I know you do Monday, you do Gikosh.
Yeah. Most on Fridays I do it.
Okay.
Mostly on Friday.
Na kuna Gikosh ya kutosha?
Kunayo.
Genres gani zingine ziko?
Unajua tu Gikosh.
Walai. Wacha nikuuliza, wase kama kina Sailors na kina Ethic tunawapataje ma interview? Mimi nataka kujua can we hire someone to do interview kufanya kuschedule my interviews? Nani anapata kina KRG? Shida yetu ni tunawataka lakini hatujui kuwapata. So how do we get them?
I'm always helped.
Walai.
But that co-host was here.
Like, Kanini?
No, the other one.
Justy?
The other one who I had.
Matilda?
Yeah.
Matilda is amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing. She is.
Nimemuuliza tusaidie na job fulani lakini sijui kama mekushow lakini I think we need help and I think she can help us and the station but mimi najaribu. Ungependa kusema nini inspirational tukifunga ika link ika segment?
Just be kind.
Nani alikuwa hard Gikonyo? Nani alikuwa hard?
Hakuna tu many hard.
Una sound hard sana.
Am I?
Yeah.
Na nani?
Sijui.
Just be kind. You never know what your neighbor is going through. So ukiletea stress zako, uanze kunitusi. Unajua kenye nimebeba kwa kichwa. Make life easier for others.
When you're not doing radio, what do you do?
Me?
What do you enjoy doing?
What do I enjoy doing?
When you're not doing radio?
Everything about me is radio. I'm either researching, I'm either making a playlist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kama manifestation kamoja kabla tufunge hii ka chapter ni gani? Unataka kumanifest nani ama nini?
Mimi na manifest 2 brands. Do you know I have like a list? Niliandika
taja mataje wataje.
Kenyan.
Okay.
Smano.
Okay.
Tasca.
Yes.
Samsung.
Yes.
Oppo.
Yes, daddy.
Umeanza kupush it. Like yeah, I would love to work with brands like on my show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unaweza hack?
Kuhack.
Walai. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Can you really do it?
Why not?
Okay.
I'm the best.
So manifesting brands. Hii mambo ya co-host kila siku unatafuta umeboeka ama ni kujupatia psych umechoka na radio umeona afadhali ujipsych na watu wengine what's going on?
I feel like I need like a co-host
for real?
Yeah, like for real
like consistently or every or so often?
Like on a Friday mtu tunakuja tunachill na yeye, not like every day. Every day watanichokesha. Kuna
kitu interns wamekuwa makiniambia from time na I believe wanasema upendangi promo. My interns have always complained to me on the side, Gikosh doesn't like when we come in the room.
That's Mordecai.
No, I'm just so confused because I'm like, Gikosh is the sweetest. I'm like, mina kutetea. And then my interns are like, we're trying. And maybe. Hey, I'm wondering.
That's Mordecai.
I miss sitaji majina.
Mimi nataja junajua ni yeye because we had like a something.
What yawning is heads, yawning's business. But okay, so do you like promo or like because my biggest thing is how do we make the show bigger? Like how do we make more people know how great the show is or what they're missing out on without capturing it? Is there another way? Like, because I don't know, ama tufanye show pale Tao Odeon live 254 drive live pale Tao
banners. You should listen to Radio 254.
Please, you're triggering me. Banners and the person who could let me fair. Where I'm still hurting.
I want to know about this. Sitenda break
hakuna break. Hi guys. So
guys.
5,254.
5,000.
Anishi Tigoni.
Okay. Tigoni. Ni mtu najua?
Very well. Alinikula fair.
Mtu anishi Tigoni namjua? Me.
Yeah.
Okay. Unajua watu wa Tigoni, watu najua ni mdem. Ni mweupe.
Sijui, I don't judge.
Ulikuwa judge hapa amekuja yako. Ai, nitajua tu ni nani.
Haya. So unatuachia ni inspiration gani? Tupatie kama motivation.
Si nimewaambia. Mimi nataka tu watu wakue kind.
Kuna gigs mingi zina happen. Which one gigs? Which would you recommend? Ungeenda DSF unaenda ama ujui DSF?
Hizo ni what?
Sijui. Hizo ni Makilimani babies.
For what?
Folk fusion,
yeah.
Njerea.
Bensol. Irish. Yeah. Sasa nitafutia ticket.
Mimi sasa
nini sasa unajua what I'm just saying.
Mimi najua nafuliza na Hustler Fund.
Sasa ufulize uambie hivyo.
Ticket ni how much?
Sijui ni how much.
Mimi nakwenda kuwa na penzi. Ticket ni 500.
Penzi.
Yeah.
500.
Na perform
Sunday.
Lazima niende.
Lazima uende. Bwana tuwakilishe Resist Radio 254.
Please aki tuende.
Nani?
Wote.
Yeah.
Kama wanipenda. Penda nunulizeze. Zeze. Okay, so
watu wa Tigoni.
Tufanyie
what?
Give us some motivation.
Motivation.
Inspire us.
Like inspire. Just be kind out there.
There's no being kind out there.
Mrs. Do inspiration.
Atafuta kwa akili yako mahali.
Be you. Do you.
No.
Do what you love.
No.
That's common. I don't have at this point. Even though wasanii wanasikianga wakiwa kwa nini?
Yes.
Wakiwa kwa interview. Unashinda mbona afanye nini?
Okay, so we'll be right back.
You will be right back.
day without my superwoman babe. Superman, could you take me away? Fresh dates in my lemonade. Never lose your courage and your faith. Super bright smile on your face. Super bright like the sun rays. Outdoors chilling like a Sunday. Organic red wine is your favorite. I'm gonna get lost in your legs. I'm gonna get lost in your face. Look at you, pretty little daisy. Mziki nimekupa ndo ucheze. Twende juu, twende down baby. Down diggy, down down baby. Gotta stay fly kama mwewe. Mwenye wivu pia umpendi. You're better than that, you're amazing. Moto kama pasi ya baby. Moto kama kuni ya kaseme. Landscape views looking crazy. Got a reason to be grateful like daily. You're my reason to be grateful like daily. Got a reason to be grateful like daily. Baby, crazy. Usiku na mchana, turn around, look at me, nishikilie dada, karibia hapa, nipe sikio lako, nina jambo moja ningependa kuliamba. Ulimwengu wote unajua kwamba wewe ndiyo nyota in the club, oh mama. Wewe ndiyo star from Nairobi to Mombasa. Wewe ndiyo soul kwenye flow, oh nana. Wewe ndiyo groove kwenye track, oh dada. Switch up the style, ukidance, oh mama. Tom on the strings kama Carlos Santana. Late night sesh, tuko shamba la wanyama. East African party, vibes imetamba. Vibes imetamba, East African party. Vibes imetamba, party. Vibes imetamba. Ninakuwasha usiku na mchana. Turn around, look at me, nishikilie dada, karibia hapa, nipe sikio lako, nina jambo moja ningependa kuliamba. Ulimwengu wote unajua kwamba wewe ndiyo nyota in the club, oh mama. Wewe ndiyo star from Nairobi to Mombasa. Wewe ndiyo soul kwenye flow, oh nana. Wewe ndiyo groove kwenye track, oh dada. Switch up the style, look at dance, oh nana. Tom on the strings kama Carlos Santana. Late night sesh, tukulamba la wanyama. East African party, vibes imetamba. Vibes imetamba, East African party, vibes imetamba. Vibes imetamba, ninakuwasha usiku na mchana. Turn around, look at me, shikilia dada, karibia hapa, nipe sikio lako, nina jambo moja ningependa kuliamba. Ulimwengu wote unajua kwamba wewe ndiyo nyota in the club, oh mama. Wewe ndiyo star from Nairobi to Mombasa. Wewe ndiyo star, body so tight, showing no signs. Giving in as a room, I dance all night. You know I don't bite, let me bite my tongue. For more info, hit me up on the cellular. Karatasi na kalamu, let me get you plugged. Ukipenda, you can call me on a regular. Then we regulate, like I'm celibate, like I'm delicate. Na could decorate, wordplay, makizani, niko eloquent. So intelligent, come a president. I've been telling them, I'm a veteran. A lot of these rappers I'm better than, flowing better than. Got the magic like Jordan, we're ahead of them. This is practice, I'll be snapping like a kid again, like an African child in the motherland. Look for you in the crowd, baby, for you in the sound and the melody and the sound. You know I got the sound and the melody and the sound. You know I got the sound, you know I got the sound and the melody. I got the sound and the melody. Look for me in the sound and the melody. I'll be telling them, I'm a veteran, flowing better than a couple of these rappers. I'm ahead of them. Wendo wako wemrembo, wemrembo, wemrembo. Tuonyeshe umwenendo, wenendo, wenendo, wenendo wako wemrembo, wemrembo, wemrembo. Tuonyeshe umwenendo, wenendo, wenendo, wenendo wako wemrembo, wemrembo, wemrembo. Tuonyeshe umwenendo, wenendo, wenendo, wenendo wako wemrembo, wemrembo, wemrembo. Tuonyeshe umwenendo.
see me ride, wanna see me cry, wanna see me fight. Oh nah, no nah. Bet you gon' see me ride, you gon' see me thrive, you gon' see me rise. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Bet you gon' see me roll, bands you gon' see me blow. Mask in the booth all day, see me face no case when we hitting up roads. Shash na marasu big, so a kuna breaks when we get in that door. Charge need foreign place, ni mazishi now when everyone goes. Bet you gon' see me roll, bands you gon' see me blow. Mask in the booth all day, see me face no case when we hitting up roads. Shash na marasu big, so a kuna breaks when we get in that door. Charge need foreign place, ni mazishi now when everyone goes.
Shawty, oh shawty, oh shawty. Shawty, you know I'm the one and there's nobody before me. Shawty, I know you into me, I know you adore me. Shawty, I know that you saw me, you got my number, just call me. Like what it do. Don't judge my phone, nigga, do lo. Oh, you got a boyfriend, never no. Now you acting so brand new, no.
Manzi, you lay bad and she bougie. Pedi Ali to my Izzo's hands, knock on duty. Squad you turn my girls from some fans to them groupies. Jiggy Zik around, Ziki bounce, then I'm Gucci. Gina lock and Molly, so she checking out my Louis. You a bad bitch, now Quelly see my tusi. Bukla na mambogi, Buddha Bado on his Stewie. Right pocket to Lulu and my left pocket a Tuli. Yeah, wanna see me ride, wanna see me cry, wanna see me fight. Oh nah, no nah. Bet you gon' see me ride, you gon' see me thrive, you gon' see me rise. Oh Lord. Bet you gon' see me roll, bands you gon' see me blow. Mask in the booth all day, see me face no case when we hitting up roads. Shash na marasu big, so a kuna breaks when we get in that door.
Hi. And we are back on the 254 Express. And my name is Joker254. And I'm here with a special guest. He's from nowhere. But today he's from Kenya. Because we're claiming him. So what we do as Kenyans is if you start winning in life, we start claiming you. So Lupita, you are ours. Eddie Gadegi, you are ours. If whoever you are as a Kenyan out there, if you work for Tesla or something important, we will claim you. But if you're just like a scumbag and doing nothing in life, we don't care for you. But today we're here with important people because we care about important people, and that's what we do here. But funny story is Mao was actually our first ever guest, and Mao is still weird because he's the only nigga who shows up on time. Who fucking does that? Like this nigga is like interviews at 7 p.m. He takes it literally. Mao is here at 7 p.m. I'm not here at 7 p.m. world. Like I don't show up here till like I feel like it. Mao's here on time.
Crazy.
How? Why?
You called me on a good day. On a great day. I was nervous too. I was like, oh God, I'm running late. Pull up, and then Sheila at the front was just like, why are you on time?
Nobody's ever on time, Mao. I promise you. Like the first time you were on time, and this time you're on time, and like it's just different. It takes us by surprise. Like people show up at 9 or 10. It's like the interview was at 7. Right. It's like it's 10 p.m. now, and you're like here at 7.
Yeah, I mean we try our best. I know this is it's really 254. I gotta come correct.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm not on time all the time.
For sure.
Yeah, most of the time I am lagging a bit late.
So Mao, you've not been catching my eye lately because you started tweeting appropriately. You don't tweet recklessly no more. Like no more sad tweets.
That's fundamentally
I miss it. I used to be like, is Mao okay? Now it seems like you're okay. I'm like, I'm not worried about you. Are you okay?
Oh, not at all. But I feel like my Twitter is a bit less intense or chaotic than it was before.
It is.
I mean, just because...
Is it intentional?
Not really. I mean, I think I'm busier.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think my Twitter peak, like my peak chaos on Twitter came when I was working.
Okay.
So I think just being in an office environment, which I'm not really as much anymore, like a lot of my work is from home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was when I was just like staring existentialism in the face.
Okay.
And I was like, what the fuck? I can swear, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was very strange. So I think that those times I was like, okay, damn, I need to get my thoughts off in a very chaotic way. Nowadays,
do you have a journal at least or something? Like, are you putting
I
this like stuff
should.
somewhere else? Like, I feel like a Mao journal would be interesting to read.
I mean, my music,
Okay.
which is like a start, I guess.
Damn.
Is it okay if I go live as well?
You're sure?
Okay, cool. I never really do this, but I want to try this time.
So, I'm curious about a lot of things in terms of. Do you still have a 9 to 5 right now?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. Well, kind of.
Sonia, if you can hear us, can you please get us like a mic stand or like a way to like help Mao do like a live?
Yeah, I can't keep holding this.
Yeah.
I do actually. Yes, it's more of like a. It's sort of like when I'm needed, I come.
Okay.
And so it might be like a week of like intensity, or it might be like yeah, sort of a couple days where like the project is really intense and I'll like come through. But other times I'm just like kind of chilling.
I want to go into something with you that I feel like, and like because it's, I want to go into something with you, and then because I feel like it's because it's you, we might be able to get somewhere. But my question would be in terms of a 9 to 5 and being a creative, and like I put out a tweet once and I said, yo, people need to get jobs. Like, you need to be able to find a way to sustain yourself, be able, like, because like it's hard to be like a creative, like especially financially. Like, how do you support this whole thing financially? So I'm wondering, you who's balanced somewhat of a 9 to 5 and creative, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Does it hurt like you being a creative? Like, what would you say about like a 9 to 5 and being a creative? Because like,
For those listening, I just spent like 5 minutes
like trying to set it up.
Camera.
Yeah, but like I saw a video. There's a guy is a music producer. His name is Oskido. He's from South Africa, and Oskido was saying like he has artists and they're seeing like the pressure of like social media. They're seeing like artists from Nigeria. They're seeing artists from all over, and then they're blowing up and they're seeing like the success. It's like look at Thames. It's like we want to be Thames. So like I guess when you have a gift and you have a talent,
Yeah.
but you know where you're from, you know where you exist, you know, like,
Oh, thank you.
you know, you're super, bro, like you're not talented for Kenya, you're talented, like if you go to the UK, you go to the States, anyway, you're talented. So it's like, how do you balance, okay, I know I'm creative, but I know I can't sustain myself as a creative in Kenya. Or is that even wrong for me to state? Because I'm talking about like the balancing of like a 9 to 5 and being a creative.
Word. I mean, I'm not the best example. Maybe a year ago I was, but I feel like when I was working the most intensely, I wasn't like, sorry, let me just, when I was working the most, I wasn't doing much music. It was pretty like, hectic on the terms of like just trying to like finish everything. For my job, I feel like here it's even less about a 9 to 5. It's more just about like revenue streams. Some people do, it's like about what works for you. So some people are like, okay, I would rather have like a job and just like, you know, have music be something I can pour into with those resources. Or I'd do music, and then if I do music full time, I have to find ways of making revenue from that. So I think it's more so just because of the lack of infrastructure in some ways, there's just more of a compromise to be made.
But you live in the same Nairobi that I live in, so I'll say like I've seen people who make money selling art through crypto. I've seen people making money through like being like visual design. So people are able to make money from being a creative. You might not just see a lot of them, but like I want to go into something. Maybe I'll
give one example. Like okay. I remember like meeting. I went to a studio session and I met one of my like friends who's a guitarist. And I didn't know that he like is into like breeding dogs. Like that's one of his like
for real.
Hustles. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I think that's one of those things that will like kind of illuminate me about like, oh, okay, like that's also just like that's a thing across industries. I feel people in Nairobi, it's just like everyone's got like their like
a side hustle. Yeah.
Or multiple.
True.
And I think when you've chosen like a path in the arts where you know it could be lucrative, but I think one of the main things is it's quite volatile. True. Because like you're your own
boss, and you have to chart your own course.
Yeah, exactly.
For people who don't know, when we first spoke, I was in that interview today, and I was like, you went to school for film.
Yeah.
People don't know. Maybe a lot of people might not know that, but like, in terms of like that skill, how do you even utilize? Are you utilizing that right now in any way?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Every like video I edit, most actually. The Ghost one was edited by Jabeni because I was just being lazy. But I feel like, yeah, I will still use it in terms of just like visual direction. It's really helped me, just understand visual language in ways that can help the music find its people and like kind of bring the best out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the hardest things about film is that it's very it takes time, and it's also like it's just expensive. Like filmmaking is I guess beautiful, but it just takes a lot of resources often to do, even on a DIY level. So I think it's been helpful to step out of that, but then coming back into it with these recent videos, I realized how valuable it was that like I did have that background, because I was able to articulate a lot more easily, like with whoever I was working with, what I was looking for. And then I save money on editors or color correction. It's a pain in the ass, but like it's still good to like have a foundational understanding of like what your visual direction is as an artist. And music and film to me aren't that different. Like,
explain.
I think they're both storytelling. And they're both like on depending on how you want to take them, but on a level they just both require a lot of it's just decision making. Like it's a lot of intentionality in what you choose to do, like where you put your thoughts and ideas, how you construct them. And I feel like that's salient through different mediums. But and so it's nice when I like make a song, and then just through listening to it, understanding it, I can be like, okay, like this is what the visual could look like. And then you just have to make those decisions.
So I'd say for me, just looking at Mao from like the last 2 years, I'd say Mao has blown up, but it's also been quite interesting to see in the sense of starting with like a social media, like people like on Twitter, like you'd make like funny videos, like short videos, like almost like I'm making like not type beats, but like I'm making a beat, or like I make like short videos, and then to you putting out your own music and people like appreciating it, then to you also now becoming like a live performer and like having a band, and I've seen like you do live shows. So like it's been a journey in terms of Mao has grown, especially like with the music, and now you're talking about an album being done. So I guess like what's the journey been like? We've been watching it from the outside. Like what's it been like for you this last 2 years?
It's been weird, man. It's been like, I think honestly, I remember, so it was 2023. I remember coming back from, I was in uni in the States. When I came back 2020 because I just didn't really have a plan and like no visa or anything. So I was just like, okay, let me come home and like figure it out. I had bits of an album that I thought was going to be like a full thing. And then a lot of things.
Because you had like Haba Haba, and you had like you had those, there was like those 5 songs who were like really flowers, Haba Haba. Like you had it was a project. It was almost like an EP, right? It was an EP, right?
An EP, but at first it was supposed to be an album, and then I remember I released that end of 2020, and then it did well, but it also didn't necessarily do as well as I.
But did you even market it though?
I tried. Okay. Marketing is like, I think I used to think marketing was just like putting your, like just sharing and
no, bro,
and like emailing people. I'm like, it's actually money. It's like it's mainly
of course like TikTok challenges and all of that.
Yeah, I mean obviously it's good ideas, but like it's putting resources behind something and like making sure it hits the right audiences.
It's like people plan these things for months and put like budgets to it. Yeah,
exactly. So I think like obviously I haven't been marketing my music as well as someone should or could.
Okay,
I think.
But I guess. Can you be blamed because at that point for you were in a transition where you're like, I just finished school, I'm trying to figure out, like you were not really looking at music as this is my future. Am I wrong by saying that?
Like, yes and no. I feel like I've always been scared to actually say to myself like, oh, I want to do like, I want to be a musician full time. I want to be an artist in that way. I feel like music started out as like a kind of healing space and escapism.
Yeah.
And so by the time I left uni, the fact that it was like my main medium,
people knew you for that too, yeah.
A little bit. And then, so like by the time I came back here, that's the funny thing is like everyone I knew, even just friends, were like, oh, you do music? I was like, oh, yeah, I guess. But going into like 2020, I was like, ideally, I wanted it to be like my full-time thing, but I didn't realize all that took, even internally, just saying to yourself, I want to like do music full-time. It's like a very big commitment.
But I've seen you do like huge things. Like I've seen you do like work with like Fancy Fingers and like bro, like you don't just come about just doing random shit like that. Like that's huge. But it's like, and when you're in those spaces, are you doubting yourself or are you like, I'm supposed to be here?
Oh, big time. I don't think self-doubt, at least for me, goes away fully ever, but I think the less I think and the more I do in those moments, it's easier to like manage.
Okay.
Because like once you're in the process, like you don't really have enough time to like overthink. But like when I get there, like for example, when I first like with the Fancy Fingers, with like Polycarp's project, I remember getting there the first day and I was so overwhelmed.
Why?
I don't record my music in studios that much. I
Okay.
usually just record at home. So going to like a studio and like there's so many people, there's so many instrumentalists, there's like so much, like the energy is crazy. Everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
Everyone is a professional, so to speak. I think another thing that's hard is like it took a while to see what I was doing as like a profession or like I'm a professional in this field. And I think because I also just didn't want to like, I don't know, like gas myself too much to the point where I don't want to grow and learn. But yeah, that doubt was there heavy until I just started doing things. So I would either start singing on a song or like someone would be like, oh, this is our idea for like melody, and then I'd start writing. So once you're in the process, like it's hard to doubt yourself because you're just busy doing something else.
Yeah.
And when I get into the process, I'm pretty focused, so I don't think about doubting myself as much because I'm just like, okay, I just want to get this job done.
Yeah. So I remember like in October 2020 when we had the first like golfing concert, we're like, yo, Mao, can you come perform? And like you weren't ready to perform at that point. And then a year later, I loved the fact that like you started performing in different spaces. How's performing been? Like, especially like you have this, I feel like people love Mao. Like I'll say almost like a cult following of like Mao fans. And then they're like, they love Mao. And it's like, you have these, and I feel like it's perfect because you have an album coming out. So it's like, because they've been wanting more music. Because it's a question like they know the music. Like they know the music you've given out so far. So it's like, how is performing the music and like that experience and seeing different audiences, performing in different places? Like what is performing like for you? Because now performing means you're getting paid. Now you're like in the business of it, right?
Getting paid. That's tough. Okay, I will say this. Performing has been really great because it like brings the music outside of just you. I remember coming to, I used to do hella shows in New York and it was just me and my DJ at the time. And some shows would be like a full house. Some shows would be like 3 people who came.
And you can handle like a 3 people, like you'll still keep performing, like you're not like bummed out.
I feel like, I mean, and the one thing I try to just do, and like it's humbling, but it's necessary, is just like if you're there to do something, like do it to the best of your abilities. Everything's like practice.
Yeah.
So even if the show was like 4 people, I'd be like, okay, how can I do the best show for these 4 people so that even they leave and they're like, oh, actually, like I like this music. I want to investigate this artist and see what's up. I think what was the biggest shift here was like, I remember talking to Polycarp actually, and he was just like, he kind of terrified me because he was just like, yeah, like Kenyans love live music, but like, yeah, they love live music. So you can't do like the same DJ setup. Like an open mic setup kind of. Yeah, like you kind of like, if you're gonna come correct, like you should like bring instrumentation into it in a much bigger way. And I was like, oh shit, okay, like let me. So for a while.
So how do you find the big steppers, Mao?
The soft steppers.
Okay, it was big steppers and then soft steppers. So how did
it was moderate steppers?
It was big steppers at some point. I'm pretty sure.
It was not big steppers. I swear to God.
For sure.
There was no.
Okay.
Crossover, copyright.
You're not trying to get sued.
It was not trying to get sued. But it was what was I gonna say? So like, yeah, I didn't perform for a while, and I was really I'm really bad at asking for help. So aren't we all like bad at asking for help? Yeah, but like I'm bad.
No.
I had people who were like saying like I want to play with you, and I was like, in my head I was just like, nah, that's a lie. Until like they had to like approach me at like a
sober like
something, just be like, yo, like by the way, or at least until I knew that like, okay, I have a show coming up, I have to hit people up now and be like, hey, like let's,
until like it's real or like legit enough, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so I would start, I think when I first did shows here, like Lucarito was the first one I kind of was working with, and he was like really helpful in like trying to just kind of help me get my confidence back as a performer. And then I met the band just through various groups. So like Modondu, who plays guitar, was playing for Maya before, and I met him through her. And then Sam I met at a party for like a Suntory graduation. He did the same course as Luco, and he was just like, yo, I really like your music.
Yeah.
And he's like, I play keys, and I was like, dope. And then Mush, who was performing with us for a bit, like similar, just community. I think just through realizing that people want to like work with each other. And then Josh I met through how the fuck did I meet Josh? Jerry, actually.
Okay. Josh Niede, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's dope.
He's phenomenal. And then Pilo, who's like a vocalist, like literally was just like, you guys have a background vocalist? And I was like, no. And I was like, I never thought about that.
Pilo from she has a platform, eCulture. What's it called? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so like, I think it's called Affriative. Affriative. Yeah.
Okay.
It came together pretty easily, but I think it's just been, it's like everything. So the biggest challenge I think is like trying to manage costs and just like,
because rehearsals, I'd be stressed about rehearsals. Like, do we even have rehearsal spaces? Where would you rehearse? Like, if you have a gig, where would you go rehearse, and how much would that cost you?
So like that's like now, for example, we've jumped from like different spaces. Like when we first started, I think we first met like in my apartment, and it was just like,
I hear house parties happen there.
No, they don't.
I hear house parties happen there.
Never happened. But yeah, we first met in my apartment. It was way too crowded, and then we barely got anything done. And then Pilo let us rehearse at her house for a bit, and then we found and then like we rehearsed at the studio Josh was working at the time, and then we finally found our place now, which is Gig Dynamics, which is where like a lot of people rehearse. Yeah. And it's one of those things that like, there's no, if you Google, obviously you'll find different options, but you have to just talk to other musicians and be like, where do you like rehearsing? And then they'll be like, oh, like I'm used to this space. And you're just like, okay, cool.
So now the name is Mao and the
Mao from Soft Steppers.
Soft Steppers.
I won't even lie, like I did it, the reason I named the band at first was just because I feel like it would look cool on a flyer.
Okay.
I was like, oh, like if it's so and so and this.
Yeah. No, and nobody's ever done that out here, for real.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool to like, I mean, I hadn't seen it.
I'd never seen that shit ever.
But I feel like it's been cool. I mean, now I see more artists doing it. I feel like it's you build your world.
True.
With it. You know what I'm saying? Like Maya has the clouds. BV has the chair kickers.
I love BV, yeah.
And so it's like, it's fun. And I think it just makes things like more light. And I feel like the best part about what I like to remember about music,
it brings people together. It's more fun. Like you're rehearsal with a bunch of people. Like you get to interact with them. Exactly. They get to experience like this gigging life, and it's just like it's sharing this journey with other people.
Yeah, and like I think that's like,
because imagine showing up everywhere on your own. Like, hey, I'm performing at Alberta. I'm performing. Like it'd be weird just showing up on your own.
It's boring, and it gets lonely, honestly. Like, and I make most of my music by myself, so I didn't want the performance process to also be like in isolation. And they've brought so much more to like the songs than I could have alone.
Okay.
Which has been sick. Like,
so a lot of people don't know, but last year you were away for a while.
I was a bit, yeah.
What were you doing? Where were you?
I was in London.
Okay.
I went there for like 2 months to sort out my passport.
Did you get everything sorted out?
Yeah. So
okay.
I have that sorted now. But actually, it turned into a kind of work trip, which is weird.
How did it turn to a work trip?
I just had met, like, there were some artists there that I knew, or like I had gotten to know a little bit, and then I have some friends who, like, I mean, one connection, for example, is like Maui Moon, who's based in UG. Like, his manager lives in London.
Okay.
And so like when I met him at like a party, like the second day there, he was like, oh, you should like get into these writing sessions. And so I had like a couple sessions with artists. I got to like do random, like a lot more investigating the industry than I thought, which was cool.
So someone said something interesting to me, and I thought that was an interesting scenario, and I wonder where you're at now. So a little birdie was like, Miles, like in an interesting scenario where he's deciding he could easily go out there and like work in an industry that's established, or he could come back home and build the industry. And I thought that was interesting in the sense of like, I guess for you, like, I guess the world being your oyster right now, where like your music, people gravitate to your music, whether it's UK or here. Yeah. I've seen you go to Uganda and do shows. Like, I guess home for you right now, like even we see like Blinky and them, like there's so much appreciation out there. Blinky can go to Ghana, Blinky can go to New York, Blinky can go to fucking New Mexico and do shows. I've seen a nigga in New Mexico. I've never been to New Mexico. Albuquerque, what the fuck? Like, but like, you know, like you could take this Mao brand anywhere. I guess, where do you feel
that I want to go with?
Yeah, where do you want to take? Because I feel like I want to talk about the album, but I'm trying to figure out, okay, we've had like Mao put out music, we've had Mao do performances, and then it's like, okay, if you do this for another 10 years, you're Sauti Soul. No, on God. If you do this, what year is it right now? 2023? In 2030, if you keep doing what you're doing right now, you'll be as big as Sauti Soul. Your fans are growing. You be bigger.
Inshallah.
Bigger. I'm saying bigger. So like, I guess you could do this and you struggle with the rest of us, with promoters and whatever the fuck the game is. Or you could go, I guess, where are you at right now? Before we even get into like
I'll be
career-wise.
I will keep it a whole buck with you. Yeah, I think I need a change of pace for a bit.
Okay.
But I also don't see it as like either or. I think it's like, I think you can do both. I don't think the world is as disconnected as like it was as far as like having to make that concrete decision. I think in an ideal world I'd be able to have a foot in both camps, because it's sort of like, yeah, I don't really, I think part of even just like the idea of like nowhere, even though in hindsight was
because today I claimed you. Today I want you to be from Kenya, but you could. But when you go out there, you could be from everywhere.
But I think that's
no, I know you're angry, but you know what I'm saying. Like, because I love the note from nowhere part, because you're from nowhere.
I just think it doesn't have to be so concrete. I think like I'm very interested in building an audience out like in other spaces where I can. I'm also like really trying to nurture the audience here, and also like try and like be a part of what is like just like incredible like time where like the infrastructure is being built in a way that's also different and unique, and we have a lot of things we need to solve, but also like,
bro, you've been to UG. How's UG in comparison to this? Because a lot of people who are listening right now haven't even been to UG. I've been to Uganda for Nyege myself. Like, all I know is that. But like, you've been there and visited. You've seen like studios and like even recorded with the artists there. Like, what's just comparing that scene, or even like comparing like what you did in London, or like how do you like when you compare those experiences with what when you come home here? What's the differences?
So I would say that UG is like, it kind of, I mean, the first time it like blew my mind. There's like so much happening and like so many like brilliant artists. I also think that like it's smaller obviously. So like that is a pro and a con, I think, when it comes to like elements of being able to like expand as an artist and like, I guess, do different shows. A lot of it is very like, self-started. But I mean, if you look at like the artists now in UG who are like, I mean, like Joshua Baraka, for example,
he's huge.
Blowing up now.
I'd be like, look at the Apple Music charts. He's like, I'm like, you guys it's insane. Yeah.
And like
bro, even like Stella, like she's tweeting about like this is crazy, you know.
But I feel like, I mean, a lot of people I met there were trying to move here.
Exactly, and then you're like,
people I meet here, like even myself, are trying to move elsewhere. And then I met artists in London who were like, this is the fucking pits. Like, I don't want to be here anymore because it's just, you know,
for real. Because I'd interviewed some guys from London called Village Cuts, and they came to Kenya like to record music, and they're like, we love it here. Like, we want to work with you guys.
No, exactly. I think it's just about seasons for everything, and everywhere has its challenges. Like,
that is true. Like, guys in America are struggling the same way guys in Korea are struggling everywhere.
And like when I was in New York, for example, it was dope. Like, there was so much access to things that I wouldn't have here, or like just even experiences and people in ETC. But at the same time, like, you are like you're like half of a drop in all of the water of Earth. Like, there's no, like, you're so invisible, which is very motivating. Yeah. It's very difficult, I think, to like actually establish some form of a connection with people, because everyone's overwhelmed and no one really has everyone's looking for new artists, but it's very difficult, I think, to stick out or like build a following like I have with listeners here, for example. So I think everywhere has its.
So I was talking to Jerry, and it's like, yo, imagine like 2 years ago, like people were like, for me, it's the beauty of seeing like you guys grow, in the sense of like, it's like, what's that sound? And I was like, now it's like this sound that the Luca Reed, the espresso sound, the Mao sound, the Njeri sound, the Cafe sound, like it's alternative, but like, if you hear like Nights Without You in the club, or like if you hear like you hear Maya, like it's, people go crazy. So it's like, we've done a great job of like pushing Kenyan music and like especially because we've grown in a space where it's like it's Gengeton, or Kenyan music is Otile Brown, or Kenyan music is Nyashinsky, and they are Kenyan music, but like
Definitely.
people know the 5% or the 1%. Like my mom knows me Siwezi, she doesn't know when I rap. Like Kahush has albums, like project, like it's like they know like the hits or whatever, but they don't. We're in a culture where people haven't consumed albums a lot, so like they would maybe know like the song that's popular, but they don't know like the songs and everything. But like as Mao, like my serious question for you is like, how would a space like Radio 254 does a space like Radio 254 still make sense in this atmosphere that we're in? Like, because us guys have been about like pushing Kenyan music, so like we want to play Kenyan music. We want people are listening from all over the world. Like you guys who like we've taken this sound of like, hey, listen to Swahili Papi, listen to Ekumbo, listen to all these different alternative sounds instead of the 5 songs that you can listen. No, like radio format is like, let's play these 10 songs and
like hits, I guess.
Yeah, and like that's it. Like we would be playing Kuna Kuna and then it's Kuna Kuna and then it's Kuna Kuna, and it's like there's so much more out there. Like where do you see us existing in a space?
I mean, I think it's a pretty huge task to try and also just be representing Kenyan music. I think I'm also like whatever like this alternative scene is, it's like a drop in the ocean compared to the rest of Nairobi, let alone Kenya. And like also just remembering like Nairobi isn't Kenya. Like,
true.
Like
facts. Facts. Yeah.
I don't know. Like they're definitely not bumping me, do you know what I'm saying, in like Kisumu, or, I mean I don't know. Like but like I just
not
think
yet.
It's like
not yet.
But I just feel like it'd be really cool to have a bit more of that sort of, cause I'm so sure like there's alternative music being made in
like Mao was able to do like Mao shows and people were able to come to see Mao and Oni, like like you guys had as much as like you might not be the YouTube trending or whatever, like there's an alternative scene that you guys exist in where it's
for sure
thriving. There's new acts, you guys can do shows, you have an audience. Like how do you view that? How do you see that? Do you see it from what I'm saying? Or
I do see it. I just think it's like, okay, I think it's lovely that like there's a supportive community around it. I also do think that like it's important, at least for myself, to distinguish between what is also just like proximity and community and location versus also just like listeners.
True.
I also think that like there is a danger of sort of like a high school mentality when it comes
clicking
to like,
or what?
Clicking, but also just like I feel like you limit yourself when you when the way you approach your music is like I guess the like if you think about it, like a social radius, like maybe like a 10-meter radius of like your contemporaries who make all the same music as you, like. And I mean, and then the reason why this question is hardest is honestly I don't think about music from an audience perspective yet as much. I think I definitely love feedback, and it's really great to like meet different artists. I think when I'm in process, I try my hardest to like just make the best thing, and then when it reaches people, if it resonates, then like dope. But like fundamentally, and that's why it's also been really hard for me to like be a business person in this space, because I'm just like, I want to make something that for me is the most genuine and honest and like best it can be. Now I have to also like reach people and make it marketable and make it a product and make it.
So you're making your authentic music, and now you have to kind of like, how do I sell this authentic music? Or
like okay. How can I make it profitable? But I think I think to me I've always had the best success at, or rather fulfillment from this, when I'm not too conscious of how many people are paying attention. I think if anything.
So like when the Delilah thing, when you do like the Delilah shit, like do you expect it? You don't expect it to ever like take off?
I mean, it would be cool, but like I made that for like my, I don't know, 11-year-old self more than I made it for like.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking like, oh, my fans listen to indie music. Let me make an indie cover to like get the indie niggas. I was just like, oh, like I actually would really like to cover this song because it's fun.
True.
And I loved this song when I was a kid, and I also would be. I don't think. I mean, I also remember having a conversation with a friend who was just like, "Don't do that song."
I love the
And I was
5 a.m.
like,
or the
"Let me
4
try
a.m. you
it."
did that oily bit shit too. I feel like that should have been a song or like some
Hell
fucking.
no.
I feel like that should have been.
That was a dumb tweet.
It was a dumb tweet, but it could have
stupid
been a dope record. Like just for jokes.
tweet. Oh my god.
It would have been a dope record, Mao.
Hell no. I can't do a diss track.
Oh, come on.
I don't have enough confidence to do a diss track. I have enough hatred in my heart, but that's for Twitter. That's not. I leave that off the music. I like to keep
Okay.
the music pure.
So it's something that so I don't know anything about anything, but I was always like, yo, like I feel like Mao and Maya should date. Like I feel like Mao and Maya should date. Like I feel like the music it makes sense. Like you guys are friends. Would you ever date? Could you ever date? I know she has a boyfriend, but like I don't know. Can you? I don't know. Like, have you ever dated? Was it like never?
We're friends.
How do you do that? Like,
And men and women being friends is pretty easy. You just,
for real?
I mean, yeah, you just care about each other. You just be friends essentially. I don't think it has to be that complicated, but yeah. Also, like, yeah, I don't think it's a very necessary question.
Okay, I'll skip that
I
question.
just feel like we should focus on music.
So with now music and like what you've been working on, you have an album coming out, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a date, or like you said you can see it? We can't see it, but you can see it. I guess what are you thinking about in terms of like what's your rollout or what's your plan for the album?
So it's coming out April 14th.
Okay, so you have a date. That's the
Yeah.
confirmed date.
Confirmed
Nice.
date, April 14th. I mean, I think with this, it's like my first album, and
Because it's an album now.
yeah, it's like a lot. It's like 15 songs.
Shit.
It's literally just like, it's like 2-3 years worth of different, emotional phases I've been through, I guess.
So you've been working on this for 2 to 3 years?
Yeah. If I
Okay.
can think about like STL, which came out, today.
Yeah.
Lol.
This came out today.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Um,
Go stream STL everywhere.
please. I wrote that. I mean, I made that song, the first iteration of it, in summer 2019.
And the funny thing is that you produce. So like you, in terms of this album that you're putting out, because you've also said something that sometimes you'll produce, but then you have someone else like come back later, like work with you. Like in terms of production, what's the production? Who is the production primarily you on this album?
Yeah.
Everything.
So everything except there's a song that I got additional production from a friend of mine. So he's like a featured artist, but
Okay.
his feature is like production.
Nice.
As opposed to like
What's the name?
Jay James.
Okay, nice.
Brilliant. If you're listening, Jay, we love you.
So now he's featured on there, and he's a producer. He's featured as a producer, as an artist, or he's
it's
featured.
like a producer artist.
Oh, nice.
Because the song.
So it's
is
like it's like Mao featuring JJ, but he's not vocal. His vocals are not there, but he's the producer.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
dope.
Which is
I've never heard of that.
But I think it should be. I mean,
Like it's like Mao featuring Hit Boy, or like Mao featuring
exactly.
whoever,
Because I mean, I think being
or like Mao featuring Luca Rito, or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like because I produce as well, I think I don't differentiate that much as far as like the importance of the contribution. So as far as I'm concerned, if you've laid the drums,
Yeah,
it's like as important as you laying a verse.
it's true.
So like in that sense, I'm like, okay, you featured on this. And he
But I
was-
feel like you'd see it like that because you're a producer, so you get like producers would get that, but like an artist would be like, you just made beats, like you know.
Yeah, no, that's
an artist might be like, you just made beats, you know.
Just
But like
made-
you as a
yeah.
producer, you're like on the J Cole wave, where like you're like you understand like I had to like come up with this melody, then I had to like play this, and then
Yeah, it's creative input. It deserves, I think, the same value, but it depends. I mean, some people just like to produce and they don't
Mhm.
want to be involved on the artist side because they just want to. I think it really depends more on like how they approach it.
okay.
Because he didn't ask to be featured. I was just like,
That's
to me,
even
you're featured.
that's way more cool for you. Like, do you ever see the J Cole thing where J Cole like found like he was uninspired? He looked for like a type beat. J Cole was looking for a J Cole type beat,
oh yeah.
so he rapped over it, and then he told the producer, "Hey, here's the vocals on it. Put this on your YouTube channel. It's gonna like let it be on your YouTube channel for like forever."
Oh, I didn't even know. That's cool.
It's like it has 14 million views right now, but like it's like
I like that.
as a producer, you do a lot. Like you
Yeah.
deserve that.
I think I mean it's a. I think what I've been getting into a lot more as well is like, and it's hard because it's also not every producer is like this, but a lot of producers are now able to like create their own content that can build their own fan base outside of
True.
their placements.
Mm.
So like a lot of like the same way I started making like 1 minute song videos.
Exactly, because that's how a lot of people got to like experience you and get to like be like, oh, we want more.
Exactly. So like a lot of those producers like The Count or Kaden Ellis or Luna Lee or whoever, like they got me into production a lot more because I could see their process. And then even like, you know, like flips, for example, like Luko.
Yes, Basma has crazy flips too.
Crazy flips too. Like, yeah, creating your own sort of lane to be able to express your your art.
But I gotta say kudos to you, Mal, because you were successful with the clips, but then your own music also people like, you know, like it's, you could stay like, you know, some people like know you for covers and they like your covers, but then like you put out your own music and like you put out video, but like you're very interesting that people liked the clips you were making, but then even your music they loved even more. So like it was like kudos to you for that, because like it was like you transitioned very well in terms of being able to have the artistry but also be your internet self. Like it worked very well for you.
Thank you. We try.
Yeah.
It's been I mean it's I think getting back into the release cycle was kind of hard because I love doing like the 1 minute songs, but I had to stop at a certain point because I realized like it's almost like if you're like directing this energy in a sort of current, like you'll have these
people expect that of you too.
Yeah, I guess people expect it, but then you only have a certain amount of energy. So like if it's going towards 1 minute songs, I realized like I actually could put some of these thoughts and time into longer term things for the album. Okay. That's kind of what I decided after London. I was like, okay, let me just focus on the album and stop making content.
So last year I think we got two. We got the Fireflies and we got Ghost.
And our favorite songs.
Okay. And then this year early in the year I got the I Like, and I really like I Like.
Thank you.
So I hit up Cam, I'm like, yo, have you heard this new man? I was like, yeah. And like, this is just crazy because it's very Kenyan. It's very fun. I like the sound. I enjoy it. It's a fun record.
Thank you.
Like, you know, I really like I Like. And then I saw that you were dropping STL and I was like, okay, I'd love to figure out, okay, so we're hearing there's an album coming. I see you're with Platoon. Is that a thing you're able to talk about?
Yeah,
what's that situation like?
I just distribute with them.
Okay.
Very like they were just they found my music and they work with a hella artists. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think they're just trying to
And I feel like they can really help with the marketing aspect, especially. I don't know if you guys like they can really help with that marketing, especially for the project.
For sure. Like I think it's also just nice to have because I mean that back end stuff is not only just like a bit like takes time, it's also just like you have other people who are keeping your music in mind. And I think that like for me, I mean I've kind of had different phases. I've had management for parts, I've had not, but like right now for this most recent release cycle, pretty much since I dropped Ghost, like, I've been managing myself.
Okay.
So it's like being in a space where I can have people who I know are like sort of also checking for me and like, you know, I can talk to sometimes and they're trying to push the music. I think it really helps. It helps me at least like feel like there's less on my shoulders.
Okay. Of the songs we've heard, is STL the first one we're hearing that's going to be on the project or any of the others? They're all going to be there?
I mean, since Ghost. Yes.
Okay, so Ghost, Firefly. No, okay.
Ghost going forward. So
okay.
Ghost, I Like, and then now we have
STL. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have features on the project?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to keep it a surprise. I'll just say that there's like there's a track that has like at least like 3-4 features.
Okay.
Rappers, 3 rappers and a singer.
Okay.
And some you may be familiar with, some you may not, but yeah, I'll keep it at that. I kind of want to keep this.
I like that. So let me ask you something. You said rappers, and I asked myself, what's Mao? That's
a good question.
Because I'm not, and because my mind's like, oh, you said 3 rappers and saying I'm already trying to figure out who is it, but then I was like, wait, does Mao count as a rapper? Does Mao count as, because our last interview, you're not a rapper, you're not a singer, you're an artist, but like I
like that. Yes.
No, that's what you said.
Yeah.
May 2021. Okay. But I'm curious, like when you say, I guess when you've listened to this project, I guess where do you fit how would you define the sound of the music that you made for this project? And do you have a name?
Yeah, so for the sound? So okay, I think what I'll say is I started out. I've always been, I guess singing was the first thing, just, you know, singing with like my mom or like in school or whatever. Like I always just liked singing, and then I got more into like poetry and rap in high school. I tend to have this unintentional formula of like a rap verse.
I feel like it's like rap sing almost.
Yeah.
But I don't want to.
No. It's all good. Like I think, I mean, even now, like I've had to really consider genre much more as I like try and market my music. And I think what I've realized is, I sort of use the umbrella of alternative to jump between different genres sometimes. Like,
Okay.
But it usually has like, I like to do both. There are some songs where I'm just singing. There are some songs where I mostly rap. But I think that, I'm always kind of like, why not just have a bit of both? And like, I think it's just about doing what feels right in the moment. So I try not to limit it too much, because then I'll start to like really focus. I have some moments where I'm like, oh shit, like I should do more rap songs, or like a friend will be like, oh, you should rap more, and I'll be like, okay, like I could, but like I don't. I think I'd rather just check in myself and see what comes up when I make the music. Yeah.
Do you have a name
For the genre?
No.
For the album.
For the album.
Fuck yeah, it's called The Universe Is Holding You.
Ooh. Tell us about that.
Dramatic.
Tell us about that.
It's cool. So I guess the title came from a conversation I was having with my sister, just over the phone. Just these times you're like going through it, and like you just need someone to say the thing that's gonna make you want to like be alive tomorrow. And it's like she was just like, relax, like breathe, like the universe is holding you. And I think,
tell me you haven't a voice note of this. Like,
no,
you're so sick.
I'm not.
Wow,
like,
you're a producer. You should know better.
I have friends who are like, I'm not gonna send you a voice note because you're gonna make it into like a. I'm like, I'm not. I don't wake up every day like an R&B nigga, and you know, I don't know, like light skin face in the mirror and plan my life. Like I don't record things. I don't do voice notes on songs.
I can't
the
stand
voice note I have on song is actually a conversation I have with my shusho once. It's because I thought I was like talking to her and I was like, damn, we haven't really talked like this in a while. It'd be interesting to like try and document this. But yeah, no, voice notes. A, I don't like using people's voices without permission. B, I feel like I'd rather live the moment and then maybe create the art. I feel like when you blur the lines between those two, you start to like lose some sight of yourself. And yeah, I think I just I like the idea of just making the art in its own space. You can bring reality into it in other ways, but like, yeah, I do not have a voice note, or I don't record all these random conversations with people. I thought about it, but I'm just like, nah, that's not me.
You know what's throwing me off though? But, like Mao is this tall figure, like he's like Mao, and then I'm like, you should have like that rapper ego. Like you could really get away with that like aesthetic. Like you'd be like, yo, I'm fucking Mao, move the fuck out the way. Like how comes you're so chill, like you're so calm? And it's like, it's beautiful to see, because we're not like used to like men like testosterone, but like you're such a cool person. Like your energy is relaxed, you're confident, like. And you're saying you're not confident, but like your confidence is a confidence in a different way. Like you're confident in your own way. Like I can't be Mao, like, you know. But like I guess like how's it been becoming a man, but also kind of being almost in the limelight? Because you are in the limelight. Like I don't think you go to NSK or like Alchemist and people don't know who you are, right? If you go to those places. But like I guess how's it
mildly more hectic, yes.
How's the blurred lines of that? Like, okay, I'm Mao, but I'm also Kamau, but I'm also a human. I also take out, like, you know, how's the human, you know, the human being of, like, you're giving us your gift and you're sharing so much with us. We see you have to market. You can't, like, you know, be in the houses chilling. But like, how you balancing figuring out who you are while figuring out what this is? Because can I be honest and say you're probably trying to figure out what this is too?
Yeah, I will. I mean, to be completely honest, I don't know if I'm balancing it well.
Okay.
I think I'm trying my best.
That's all you can do.
It helps that I feel like I don't want to say it's just insecurity. I think it's also just in my heart of hearts, I am actually quite introverted in the sense that I can give a lot of social energy and I can also get some of it back, but like I don't think I truly like rest unless I'm either by myself or like with someone that like I'm really comfortable with. I think what's weird is for the first time I'm being like perceived a lot more than I
people assuming about you or thinking, you know, they don't know you, but they just have to, I don't know.
Well, yeah, like you make music. I don't know, people make music for different reasons. I think some people make music
For bitches.
for women. Some people make music because they want to get the attention of people. Some people make music because they want to like, you know, be famous. Or I think for me, I just like, it came from such a place of like urgency in the sense that like I actually, in the moment where I started making music, I just felt like I was going to like explode if I didn't have a way to get how I was feeling out. And so now I'm in this weird place where it started to take form and structure and like people respond to it, but it's not like how I want to move through the world. It's just a part of what I express. And I think it helps that I have like family and friends that like keep me very grounded, and they're very like, you know, they care about me. So they ask about like how I'm doing outside of this. But I think what is tripping me out is like, yeah, engaging with people who know me as a musician, and then also just, I think I didn't realize that the music I'm making, because it's vulnerable,
because you're being emotional,
yeah,
and then it's also triggering us emotion. Like when I hear some of your music, I get goosebumps. So it's like you're making me feel emotional. So it's like you're listening, you know, like alcohol elicits, like, you know, your music elicits emotion, which is like, I feel like priceless. Like, you know, like it's like you can listen to music, be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like it's like oh wow, habits. I can listen to like, or like I'll hear like Dog Tales, or like I'll hear the music, and it's not just me, it's other people. Like I feel like people who like your music like the vulnerability and the authentic. Like it's that's what gets. That's why I like, or that's why I like your music. It's because you're authentic.
Thank you. I mean, I think I realized that I don't think I can make music that's not about like I guess whatever I am, which is why like, I mean, people say the piss. I mean, I say the piss too about like how I make sad songs all the time. But honestly, I feel like those are the emotions that I have the best understanding of, just because when they're felt, like I need to make sense of them, or like they'll just like swallow me. And so,
and do you struggle to like, is it hard for you to share that, or is it, because it's almost therapeutic? Like, is it easy or is it hard to share it? Like, or like, because forget that, even like hearing it back, I could say it, but hearing it back, like today I was listening to like our interviews, like my voice, I can't sound my voice, like, you know, like,
yeah, no,
but like, so how do you even hear, like now you see it's not just your voice, it's your voice with emotion. I feel like that's different. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but it's like, I think once the song is made, it's like, okay, frankly speaking, it's obviously like a coping mechanism. In other sense, it's also like you're beautifying something that is not necessarily inherently beautiful, or like it's actually quite painful. And being able to aestheticize that gives you some relief, but it's not the same as like expression. I think I'm vulnerable in my music. I think I have a long ways to go as far as being vulnerable as a person. And I think that like being able to separate those two is actually, to come back to your earlier question, a big thing that helps me be like myself as me and myself as an artist. I think in terms of interacting with people, what's weird sometimes is like people will identify with something that's very intense or vulnerable, like that you've said, and then they'll then kind of want to like, the next phase of that connection for them is being like, hey, oh my God, this hit me in this way. And I've had those moments, and like, I mean, it doesn't happen like all the time, but like when it does happen, it's nice. But then I also had to be careful with how much energy I was taking on, because people then come to you and they're like, oh, like,
and they bring an expectation too, though.
Yeah, they bring the expectation, and they bring their like, I don't know, like their trauma, man. I'm just like, I obviously like, you know, I love that I've been able to like give you that space, but I almost would, sometimes it's like, I would like if that space stayed in that space. Okay. Or maybe we found a way to connect when I'm in that space,
yeah.
Because even like,
because like if you're out, you're not trying to be in that space, like, you know, and like I'm at Ivory, like this is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it's, to me, like this is very much, as much as it's like my art, it's like I clock out. Like when I'm performing on stage,
yeah,
like I get off and I'm clocked out.
Yeah.
I do not want to perform in.
You can't be Mao every time. Like you can't be a Fogo Guacho. Like yo Mao, you remember that time? It's like I'm just having dinner.
I think what's hard is like I didn't realize that until very recently.
Okay.
That like I actually like I need, and not even I have, like I can, or like I have to turn off the part of me that wants to engage sometimes, or just still be able to share, because like it's very.
I feel like that's a difficult balance, and I don't know what I cannot even imagine what it's like.
I mean, it's tough. I think, I mean, recently I had a convo with my sister, and she was like, shout out one boy, like she was very much like, you know, you need to figure this out now. Like this is more important than your album coming out, because if you do want to succeed on this path, and you know, inshallah you do, it just means that this is going to get worse. Yeah. If you don't have
exactly
good internal boundaries. And so I think like that's actually been like one of my biggest things recently. It's just like trying to figure out, like be in my body and be like, okay, what do I need right now? And like, how can I have space from people, and like how can I be okay with like disappointing people, whether that's
because sometimes you have to say no, Mao. It's okay to say no.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, you have to.
No, yeah.
For you especially, you know.
Yeah. I'm trying.
I'm curious. We talk about the album being called The Universe Is Holding You. And I hear and I see like you have a great relationship with your sister, in the sense of like you're able to talk to her about what you're going through, and she's able to understand you. I'm curious, are there other people who are able to understand you, in the sense of not for the music, not for aesthetics, but like, can you even date? Like, can you find someone who sees you for you, or can you even like?
Oh my god, it's not even that crazy. I promise.
Okay, like
it's not that serious.
Okay, so
no, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying though? Like, can you? Like sometimes I'm like, my problems, I'm bitching to someone about my problems are not even problems, but to them they sound like they're not like are you able to express yourself, like, because my problems are problems, they're valid, like are you able to express yourself to someone, or to be okay, I don't like this, and you don't have, like, you know, you don't have to be nice, or like, you know, like, are you able to, who's holding you, who's able to hold you, especially like when it's hard? Because you tweet, but then that's not like, no one, like, who can you actually be like, yo, I'm not actually not okay, or like, can you, is there, besides the, I don't feel like the universe is too big, and it's, I can't feel the universe holding me per se. Like, I want my girlfriend to, like, I want to cry in her arms and be like, she'll be like, it's gonna be okay. I'm like, it's not gonna be okay, but like at least someone's holding me. Like, you know what I'm saying? The universe is too big.
I mean, I think to me the universe was kind of just a way of saying that, like, like you're my universe, I suppose, which is made up of people close to me, and like, as well as forces beyond my control. But it's like, yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I have family and really close friends who I think understand me and care about me deeply. And I think one of the biggest challenges, which is why I say the universe is holding you, I think is, to me, and a lot of it is trying to actually, it's not so much, it's equal parts like believing that, yeah, the universe is holding you, people are there for you, but I think it's also like allowing yourself to be held. That's the hard part for me. It's like, I think I don't, that's something I'm working on, and I think it's like, it's gonna be like a lifelong process. I think it is for everyone in their own way, but I just think, yeah, like, that's the harder part sometimes, is just like allowing yourself to kind of just like collapse. And like be like
a trust fall almost. Like, you gotta like trust fall. Like, who's gonna catch me? Like, because I don't think the universe can catch me, but I want someone to catch me, right? Because I'm going to fall. Like, I'm a human being at some point.
Yeah, you're gonna fall anyway. And so I think, like, for me, I've just been like, okay, I'm gonna fall anyway. Like, I think that I can believe that, like, people will be there. And I think, like, the times that it's happened, like, a lot of the times they have been. So it's almost just like a reminder to myself, like, okay, there are people here, and no one's perfect. Like, no one's gonna be there for you in the exact way you need, maybe all the time, but like, they'll be there, and I think that's enough.
So what can we expect? Are we expecting sad Mao? Are we expecting happy Mao? Like, what Mao are we getting from this album?
I'd say a bit of both. I'd say it's like, I won't lie, there are some sad cuts in there. But also, like, you know,
Sheila's very happy right now.
I feel like it doesn't have to be like black and white. Like, there are some really happy songs. I think in general the mood is quite somber because it is a lot of the songs. And the reason why there's a through line, I suppose, they came at times where I felt like I needed to trust that there was something holding me.
Okay.
Which, honestly, doesn't tend to happen when you're happy because you're distracted. Like, you're kind of just doing your thing. So I feel like the moments where I was like, fuck, okay, like I'm actually falling apart. How do I make sense of this?
Could you say that these songs held you? Like
Oh,
in these times, could you say that?
Definitely.
Because I feel like that'd be super crazy.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, that's kind of it. Like, honestly, like I still listen to them now.
Okay.
In different
And you're able
moments.
to like just feel different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of honoring that version of you.
I feel like it's almost like a time capsule of like, this is where I was in this time. I don't know
Exactly.
if you could say that.
Exactly. Okay. And I remember like when I listen to like STL, for example, like I literally like can feel like, I guess, like the space I was in when I made it.
What does STL mean for the people listening right now?
Or somebody to love.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a weird song. I wouldn't say it's like a pop breakup song. I don't know. I think it's just like it's like an emotional processing change song. So I feel like it came about at a time when I think something had just ended that was, yeah, I guess my first like serious relationship, like proper long term, like 2.5 years. And it was like trying to make sense of myself after that. Yeah, it was just like a process. And I think STL, I remember being a song that was just like allowing whatever feelings of distrust and fear and whatever to just like exist in the world. That's kind of where that came from.
How do you find the courage to be open about what you're going through? Like do you, like, is it easy? I don't know. Like, is it like for you when you're saying, okay, this is,
Yeah.
is it hard or is it easy?
It's hard. I just don't know how else to be. I feel like it would be harder if I wasn't like this.
Do you have a therapist?
We're working on it. I do. No, I do.
I fired my therapist.
I do, but there was like an issue with my. Why am I saying this on the radio? But yeah, we took a break and we're coming back.
Okay.
But yeah,
But
of
like,
course, that's
could
very
you-
important.
Therapy session versus a song. What's the difference?
I mean, a song is still art, you know. Like, it's still like I have to like. I'm not in my therapy session, even though obviously like this part of this, it's inherent when you, depending on how you speak or how you communicate. But like, I think I would be doing myself a disservice if in every therapy session I was trying to construct each sentence in the best way.
That's what Drake does,
So my
probably.
therapist is like, yeah, no. So my therapist is like, oh, that's a bar.
Break
like,
down these bars. Yeah, you could be
Yeah.
breaking down bars with your
I
therapist.
don't know. But that's the thing. It's like, I think I still, even though I'll make the music and I'll be like very vulnerable, in the moment I'm rapping it or even writing it, it's like I'm still trying to make something, and it's like a creative process. So it's not, it's still vulnerability, but it's very, yeah, it's not the same as therapy. Therapy, I think in me, like that's why I've been trying to practice, not even just therapy, but even when I try and like emote or like express to my friends, like doing it in a way that's not curated. Like, it just has to like be. You say this and you fumble this and you don't have the words, but you just keep trying. And
Yeah.
and yeah, I think it's hard for me because I want, like, I have a lot of words, I guess. Like, I just, to me, I words come very easily because I overthink like all the time.
Would you say you're emotive or you're emotional? Is that different? No. Are you like would you say? Because I feel like you're good at expressing yourself, but there's a difference between expressing yourself really well. Because I feel like you express yourself really well,
Thank you.
and there's a difference between that and being emotional. I wouldn't say you're an emo person,
Thank you. I try.
but I'd say you express yourself well. Like, and there's a balance. You can be like, oh my god, like, you know, like
Yeah.
you're not emotional, but you're expressing yourself well, and you're expressing yourself and your emotions well. You see, you could, if you're emotional, it's hard to communicate when you're emotional. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
like in a hospital when something just like you're hysteric.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't express yourself in that moment, but you do a very good job of expressing yourself and your emotions without being emotional. Like, how do you do that? Like, it's like you're almost like you're sidestepping. You're a football player. Like, you come boom and then you boom. Like, you're emotional, but you're not.
Like what? Like I would, but honestly, I mean, I'm getting to a place now where I realize that, like, as much as it's a blessing and something that I'm grateful to have nurtured over time, it's definitely a part coping mechanism. I think that when you don't feel understood, either you, I mean, depending on so many factors, but in my case, if you feel like you're struggling and you're not being understood, you can, in some cases, make that a priority.
To be able to make yourself understood. You want people to understand what you're saying and what you're experiencing and feeling.
You want to be received. And I think for me, as a kid, I have a lot of memories of like being emotional and then I guess being punished for that. Like when I was just expressing it through tears or yelling or fear, like you're just fear and you're just so. But I think in those moments as a kid, like, you can only have that kind of like, I don't know, like knocked out of you like a few times before you just like, okay, let me adjust course. I think for me, adjusting course was like, okay, let me try and find the best way to express.
And this is like the outlet, I guess. Would you say?
Find a direction for all this energy, because I also just like, I'm quite. Yeah, there's just a lot in my head, and also I guess I'm feeling. I never really. I think the hard thing was I never got good at suppressing how I felt.
You do. I do a great job of suppressing everything, and as a man, you're just so used to suppressing. I'm like, if I explode on you, it's like 7 years of exploding right now. Like, chill,
I think I mean, like all of us, I suppress, but I think I never got good at just suppressing. But I still felt a lot, and I couldn't just be emotional at all times, obviously. So I think I found the outlet of like using words in various forms, whether it was comedic tweets or songs or whatever, or even just talking to people, but like, finding the best words to do so as like a way of sort of creating a outflow. And I think that's kind of what's led to where I am now to some degree. Yeah.
Could you do Swahili or Kikuyu?
I mean, if I fucking learned
like in a song, like, do you think we could ever get like some like short, like, I don't know, phrases or like hooks, like and
there's some in the works.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some in the works. I think, like when the moment feels right, I do it. So like there's just the songs aren't out yet. But like, I think obviously it came with being here more. So it's like music that's not out yet.
Okay.
So Kikuyu, I don't know. I don't hold your breath. Like, I don't think that one's happening, honestly. Respectfully.
Mao, thank you so much for coming through. I'm excited for the album. I want to know, in this moment you're in right now, the album's done. You're now just trying to figure out next way forward. I guess, where would you say you're in this moment? Because I can only say, like, I can't say I know who you are or where you're at. Like, I want to know where you're at in this moment, not just for me, but also the people listening and your fans. Like, where would you say you're at in this moment as Mao?
I think I'm in. I feel like I'm definitely in like a transitional moment. I think I'm just how do I put this? I'm trying, at least, okay, this is what I'm trying to be, at least going forward. It's just a lot more intentional with how I move, or how this artist project moves. I think in this very moment, I'm just kind of I'm trying to be as much as possible, because I think, yes, I'm very excited, I'm very hopeful, I'm very grateful, I'm also very overwhelmed, and I'm very anxious, and I'm very exhausted. And I think all of those are sort of in flux. So like, I'll have these really beautiful mornings of gratitude, and then I'll have these nights where like I get very anxious. And I think right now what I'm trying to do is just like let the storm happen as much as I can, rather than like feel like I have to force a certain direction or force myself to be a certain way all the time. I think I was doing that for a while, and it wasn't good for me. So I think right now I'm just trying to like exist, and like that all, it's different to what I expected. I think I'm also learning a lot more about like what it takes to do this thing that I set out to do.
Did you know what you were doing? Because Mao, literally, and I want to really emphasize on this, like, watching your growth is incredible, because it's been your doing. Like, nobody can claim they did anything to make you what you've become. And like, to look at the growth from like when you started to where you are right now, bro, you do your own production. Like you literally like are out here. Like, so I know the effort you put. Like, are you able to like pinch yourself? Or like, I'm very not big on like smelling the coffee. Like, I don't understand what we're doing here. I just show up, whatever. Like, in hindsight, I'm like, damn, we've done a lot. But like, Mao, like, you're a big deal. Like, I don't know. I feel like 5-year-old or 10-year-old Mao, the kid in you must be. How does the kid in you feel? Because the kid in you, I don't know. I would assume this is the dream that your kid in you had. I don't know, but I don't know what you were as a kid. But like, do you feel it? Like, do you feel like do you feel like there's a like, bro? Like, it's amazing what you've done. Like, really, really, like, and you've done it. It's you who's done it. Like, no one. You didn't. There's no universal. There's like, like you've grinded through the stages. And
I mean, also quickly shout out to. There's been a lot of people. I mean, I'm not even doing this to be like humble. Like, I also just think like it would be dumb of me to not say that like I've had a lot of help in places. Yeah. But I will say yeah. Like,
but you've done a lot. Like the growth, your growth is real. Like it's watching a building come from ground zero. Then you have a couple blocks, and you've done that. And like it's like you could now. Now when I say in 10 years you could be South to Soul, I'm not mincing my like. The track you're on it's only you who can fuck this up.
And we hope we don't. Yeah, no, I mean like the kid, it's really interesting. I feel like my younger self, I'll be so real with you. If you would like 5-year-old me did not want to be a musician. 10-year-old me did not want to be 18-year-old me did not want to be a musician. I feel like I don't know if 27-year-old me will want to be a musician. I think I'm very much, I think what I appreciate or what my younger self appreciates is two things. Like knowing that like, I guess I have the ability and the knowledge and the help and resources to be able to like actualize ideas that like were once in my head and didn't make sense to people and now they can. But also I think just having the language to express yourself is like such a privilege. And like I didn't have that when I was a kid. I didn't understand as much of myself and have the room to do so. So I think that's something that I'm most grateful for, honestly, is like, it seems like I can maybe have a career understanding myself or like feeling understood, I guess. And
yeah.
Like, and I mean, that's going to change.
And I feel like,
but like, yeah, I feel like music just helps me feel like sane and like I'm not.
I feel like the interesting things, like people don't judge Mao. And it's like because you give them you and they don't judge you. Maybe they do or not. I don't know. But Dick, I don't know.
No, I mean people are very kind.
Yeah.
But I also think I'm not trying to be jaded, but I think I'm definitely learning to let the love in, whether that's from random people or friends or etc. But I also think like it's very, I think it's just dangerous, the slippery slope when your art starts to become a measure of your self-love or self-worth. Or I mean, it's inevitable that part of it will be attached to that, but I just think that like that's why I do try and emphasize more of the inward than the what's coming from outside. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely been way better received than I thought it would be, and I think that's been just like something I'm so grateful for. Just like people welcoming it with open arms.
One thing I really love to see is more Mao collaborations. I guess in terms of collaborations, considering your music is something like so personal to you, like do you feel like collaborations is something like, I guess, other people you want to collab with, and I guess how do you feel about collabs?
I love collaborating. I mean, I think for me, honestly, like the only reason I started producing for myself is because I was like too nervous to ask people, or like I didn't feel like I was bad at asking for help, honestly. I got help from, some people in terms of like learning tools, but like I feel like I was not necessarily, I didn't feel like I wanted to understand. I didn't want to delve into this process that was very sort of scary and vulnerable with a lot of people in the room. So I guess that's how I started myself. But I think collaboration has been like the best part of this, honestly. Like being able to like, sorry, mosquito.
Sorry.
Being able to like meet different people and like, sort of like share a mind, share that space together that like is very special and like sacred. I think has been like one of the best parts of this. And then the people I've met, like so many of the best people in my life right now have come through collaboration and music. So
What did you tell 2020 Mao? Like, like if you could like find him right before all like pandemic, like for all of this, like what would you like be like? What would you tell him? Like it's a roller, like would you like it's a roller coaster? What did you tell like that Mao who didn't even like before Twitter sound like what did you tell that kid? 18 because you said 10-year-old Mao didn't even think of this. 18-year-old Mao was even like what did you tell him? Like the one who was just about to like did you even know what you were about to get yourself into?
Not at all. I really didn't have. I'm not much of a planner, and I think I like to kind of follow the internal compass, which can kind of fuck you over sometimes. But it's also it's how I be. I'm like adulting has also been a large part of being an adult now is being like, okay, I actually have to have like a plan for the next year.
You have to.
But I would say that I would tell 2020 Mao at the start of 2020, because that was like before the pandemic and shit happened. Man, I would honestly just be like, I would tell them have fun. It's not that deep. Nothing is as deep as you think. You will have time to focus on music or the vision or whatever the fuck. Like just have fun, relax. Life is good. Or open your heart more. Like, like don't be stubborn, don't be scared, don't be prideful. But also, I would just say like trust the process. I'm so bad at trusting the process. Even now, I'm like so restless and impatient. Every day I get stressed. I honestly, release days are so stressful.
You have a new single out. Like you're supposed to be promoing. You're supposed to be doing.
Dude, I'm on live right now because I've posted like jack shit today. Like I
go stream STL everywhere.
Please. I'm doing this because it's like I've been terrible on social media because I just don't have the bandwidth anymore. And I feel like it's like you kind of just you give what you can. I think that I'm learning that too. Like I don't have to give 1,000,000,000% to this all the time. I gave like 100 when I fucking made the album and the artwork and edited the visualizer and all that shit. And so it's like, I don't have a social media person right now. I'm gonna do what I can. But like, as far as like the trusting thing, about release days, it's like, it's a very anxious experience, and I think that it's good and bad when you can share stuff with the world. Like I feel really grateful that people are listening right now. We've had some good success with this single so far. It's lit. But at the same time, I don't think I think I really feel happiest when I can do this, but also have really nice moments that remind me that this isn't everything. Because otherwise, like for example, every time you release, I don't know if all artists are like this, but I know for a fact I'm like this. I've talked to Maya about this. You wake up like you have not slept well because you're thinking about how people are going to receive this, and especially this song, which is like so personal. And then I wake up, I'm checking social media already, or like Spotify has this great but fucking awful feature where you can see how many people are listening at that exact moment.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow, that'd be scary.
Like, it's really scary. Like, I mean, obviously if I go on there right now and it's like 300 people, I'll be like, let's go. But I'll also like, that is so damaging to some degree, because it's just like, it makes you hyper-focus. So I feel like I've tried to get into a better routine of like making sure that on those days I leave the house, I actually get off my phone for as long as possible. And like today I had a really lovely day where like I had coffee with some friends and like I was out of my usual environment, and I feel like that kind of stuff was great because I just got to like forget for a second that like this is, like right now, it seems weird to say it like this, but it's like right now like your innermost feelings are being like quantified and put into, like calculated into like a small sum of money that you will eventually get maybe in the future. I don't know. So I think it's like, it's nice to get out of that space and like remind yourself that like life is more than that, and life is in the moment now. And Yeah.
So my final question for you, Mal.
Mhm.
I remember I was listening to the interview you did last time, and I was cringing because I was really like, Mao needs to make movies. Mao's like, I was telling you what to do almost, and I'm glad you didn't listen to me because I love what you've done for yourself and what you've been doing. I'm a huge fan, and I'm rooting for you. But I'm curious, not me yelling at you and telling you what to do, but I guess what's next? Like, what? And I know you're not the planning guy, but like,
Even slightly.
the album's coming out. Where do you? What do you? You must have some expectation. I guess what do you want next for Mao? I feel like Mao is in a good place where you could take this anywhere.
Honestly, what I would love most going forward is just wait, hang on. I think I
Sorry.
it's okay. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It's all gonna be over soon. Yeah, I feel like what do I want the most? Jesus. Yeah,
Because
I
people
do not have a master plan.
Okay.
I do not have a grand vision. I kind of wish I did sometimes, but also that sounds stressful. I feel like honestly, what I want most, what I hope this album gives me, is like room to figure it out. Like I would.
And 15 songs is a good pack. We're gonna be
It's
eating.
that's honestly.
We're
I was
gonna be
telling someone
eating.
earlier today, like, in case I want to quit like next month, or at least like take like
You know, like
3 year
JLek. You know,
break.
like JLek was supposed to be best rapper, but he never had an album, so you could never say JLek was the best rapper.
You
And
need
like,
it for that
yeah,
reason.
like you have an album. Like I got an like you have you. Like when it's like who has an album, like you could raise your hand and be like, check me out.
And it's like an achievement, but I think it's also just to let myself have the room, so I can be like, okay, I've made a lot of songs, and I've like kind of put my foot in this endeavor. Let me just take some time. And I think that honestly, in an ideal world, this album does do well enough to give me some breathing room.
Okay.
Because I think the next, whatever I do next, is gonna be I mean, it's gonna be dope, but it's gonna be different.
I'm
Even if
out
it's
of
still
question,
music.
but I have a serious question.
Okay, we have one more. So
This is still my.
oh, it's just,
I'm so stuck because you said something, and my mind is wondering:
okay.
is the pressure internal, like in your head, or is it external pressure? Like the pressure in terms of the album, is it pressure you give yourself, or is it like? Because I feel like it's who's going to tell Mao shit? Like,
Also, like, I don't know. And maybe I'm downplaying it maybe a little bit, but like I'm grateful that like I'm not being checked for like that. Respectfully, like it's nice to have like people. I did not expect to be releasing an album and people were like excited to hear it or bothering me about it on the internet, which is sick. It's like, okay, cool, people want to hear it. But at the same time, I know that like all my pressure is very internal because like most artists, I think you are nervous and you want people to, you're making this for yourself, but also you're sensitive and you want people to accept the part of you that you're about to offer. And I think this taken the longest time for me to make because I know it's like sort of my first big statement as an artist and as a musician. And so I know it comes with that fear of like, okay, I just said something big and messy and vulnerable and I don't know if people are gonna like it or if they're gonna like me. And that I think is like where a lot of the pressure comes from because you want you want it to be perfect. But it's not gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What's the reaction been of the people who've heard it? Because I'm sure there's people who've heard it.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
what's their because I mean what's their reaction been like? Because I feel like that's interesting too.
I mean, it's mostly been like friends or like people who worked on it or like people who helped me make like the artwork or stuff like that. I feel like it's been mad kind. Yeah, people have just been like have responded to it very well. I tried to share a lot of it with like my like musical contemporaries around. I mean, everywhere, like in Nairobi, but just in general. Like once it was done, I was just like, okay, I think I want people to hear it. Who I value their opinion, even though like I don't really want respectfully. It's like something like you're finished and you're like, I don't want notes, but I want you to hear this. And know what you think.
Because like it's done. It's done.
Exactly.
It's done.
But yeah, it's been nice. I think a lot of people maybe like the songs that they liked. Like I had a weird experience where a lot of people were coming back to me and saying that their favorite song was the song that I felt most self-conscious about, which is the title track.
Okay.
And I really was nervous about that song, and I felt like it was so messy and like not put together well. And then most of the friends I played it to were like, "That's my favorite song," and I was like, "Fuck, okay." Like, and that's to me also nice because it's like, okay, now you can have your opinion of this outside of me, which is cool.
Which is dope.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
April 14th, 2023.
Yes.
The universe is holding
You.
Yes. Mao, I want to say thank you very, very much for coming through. You're a busy man, and I appreciate you for being patient with me as I extended my time. I was done like 20 minutes ago, but we were having a good time. So I hope you were having a good time. I was having a great time. I'm excited. I'm loving the journey that you're experiencing, and I'm learning from you as well, in the sense of there's no pressure. I put a lot of pressure on myself as well, and I'm like, you're like, there's a need for us to be exerting less pressure on ourselves and more kindness. You know, like the same kindness that we show other people, I feel like we need to show ourselves.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear it. That's
Yeah.
all. That, like,
Please keep winning.
try.
We're gonna keep supporting. I'm gonna wait for the album. I wanna hear all of it and digest all of it. But I hope that my wish for you is that you explore everything that's out there for you. And I feel like it's not one thing. I feel like you're so gifted, whether it's in music, whether it's production, whether it's just being artistic. I feel like there's so many things you could do. And we're going to love you and respect you wherever you do. We're claiming you from Kenya sometimes, but you can be from nowhere all the other times.
I'm from here. But yeah. Please,
You know the other Kamau? Do you know the other Kamau?
Yeah.
Who's not really... We can't claim him.
Yeah, no.
You're our only Kamau.
He's very not Kenyan.
He's not Kenyan at all. But he's been here before.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
mean, I met him in New York randomly. I was just like, "Are you Kenyan?" And he was like, "No." Apparently, just like the name. Wow.
Alright, guys.
He's the reason I couldn't be Kamau on Spotify, but I'm glad because
It's better this way, right? Alright, guys. Mao has a new single. It's out everywhere. It's called SDL, Somebody to Love, featuring Maya Amolo, available everywhere. The album's dropping 14th April 2023, so it's going to be out really, really soon.
Yes.
Is there a pre-order link yet, or just going to have to wait for that?
Very soon. Pre-order will be available. There's another single coming out, so stay tuned.
Dope. Alright, guys. This is 254 Express, Radio 254. Let's get it.
Ever since I stepped up on the scene, people just been looking sides of me. Enemies all over trying me. Jealous people disrespecting me. But when you work hard and go hard, you play hard, you ball hard. Or when you pray hard, you go down and get up again. I am number one on the scene. I'ma make you believe you can never compete. Whoa, you can't step to me. You can't mess with me. You can't talk to me. No, you can't talk to me. Oh, la, la.
They hate to see me shine, but I'ma take what's mine. My sweet 16s make them press rewind. Bitch, I'm dope. Your crew know I'm gon' blow. Stack dope. Lay on the low. Don't let go like the song of Wayne Wonder. One is my number. They could never take away my talent or my hunger. I'm a four-leaf clover. Born in the rain and the thunder. Challenges don't throw me under. I'm super mega. Real go-getter. Always sound fresh cause I always get better. And new to this, I'm true to this and making cheddar. Everywhere I go, they know my name.
I am number one on the scene. I'ma make you believe you can never compete. Whoa, you can't step to me. You can't mess with me. You can't talk to me. No, you can't talk to me. Oh, la, la. I am number one on the scene. I'ma make you believe you can never compete. Whoa, you can't step to me. You can't mess with me.
Yo, this is 254 Expresses. My name is Jukes 254. That is number 1 STL Victoria Kimani playing on 254.radio. We've got some Mao coming up. We've got some amazing music coming up. It is New Music Friday, so we've got brand new Kenyan music coming right up. Stay tuned, guys.
Rain last night, it's sunnier now. So my joke made you giggle, think it's funny how instead of taking my time, feel like I'm asking for yours with nothing concrete in mind, just letting life run its course. And if you put me on pause, girl, I don't blame you, cause part of me was trying to do the same too. Either way, I'm happy that you came through. Either way, I'm only here because I like hearing you talk. I like holding your hand. I know finding each other was never part of the plan. I've been thinking too much, I've been thinking of you, trying to fight how I'm feeling like I got something to prove. I like holding your hand. I like holding your hand. And I like taking my time, I like taking it slow. I like not really knowing exactly where this will go. I know feelings are hard, maybe you need a break. I know it's complicated in ways that I can't relate. I like holding your hand. So I like holding your hand. Days get cold when it's supposed to be summertime. Tell don't show, doesn't matter if you're online. I ain't never know where the night can be, cause when it feels too good, think it's make believe. I don't wanna wake up yet, cause I'm having fun. Sorry if I interject, but your eyes are sun shining soft this morning, hopeful for the day. Still finding my footing, so I'm sorry if I stray from the point. No, my joints getting weary by the day. From the path, no, my heart's being a victim of the day. For the life of me, I keep forgetting what to say. When we get a little close and I don't want any space, like hey, wondering if you wait, just in case you haven't, there's a spot by your estate. If you don't hit traffic, I can meet you there by 8. Or if you're ready in 20, I can pick you on the way.
Friday on 254.radio. This is 254 Express. My name is Jukes 254, and this is some new music from Super Drum featuring Cookie and Chevy Kev playing on 254 Express. Now you never heard this, let's get it. I like shout out Mao. I like shout out Mao.
Mr. Guitar number move, yeah. Motion, picture. Nikifunga macho naweza kupicture vile unakaa bila vitu umevaa. Motion, picture. Nikifunga macho naweza kupicture vile unakaa bila vitu umevaa. Flexing, dirty texting. Kasi ganji on to the next thing. Someone nakudai, I was messing. Zili touch, ukakatch. Nilishawonesha side yangu humble. Sawa kule vumbi nikipiga scramble. Baby kwanza chunga unaweza kuwa entangled. Long things Z, mina die kusample. Tadai na wacheki, chunga tibesa siku seti, msupa nilisikia ni Delaila. Tunabuja nirudi na Naira, yeah. Motion, picture. Nikifunga macho naweza kupicture vile unakaa bila vitu umevaa. Motion,
picture. Nikifunga macho naweza kupicture vile unakaa bila vitu umevaa. Alafu story mingi punguza udaku. Alafu kwanza ongeza shot kwa hiccup mini cup. Alafu story mingi punguza udaku. Alafu kwanza ongeza shot kwa hiccup mini cup.
Motion picture zimzima anashanga vile ataendesha hidinga. Niite Batista ndani ya shit ni vita 10/10 mali safi ameshinga. Alafu akisafisha akisleki nitabebea huyu chali hadi mimba. Shuki ndiyo kandiba usipoteze madakika bifuto kekejani tufanye vitu kadhalika.
Motion picture nikifunga macho naweza kupicture vile unakaa bila vitu umevaa. Motion picture nikifunga macho naweza kupicture vile unakaa bila vitu umevaa. Alafu zipunguza udaku. Alafu wa alafu walai ushajua mnikapu.
I'm on your case. Lucky the way you whine it, yeah. Lucky the way you whine it. I'm on your case. Lucky the way you whine it, yeah.
Brand new Masa Uzi playing on 254 Express.
You whining calypso, yeah. You got me in the vibe, how you move and drop, yeah. You look so naughty, can we mingle? I'm loving what you do, girl, don't you stop, yeah. Your fire waist got me crazy. All eyes on you, Machiavelli. I cannot die you, but also blame me. Let me shoot the shot. I'm on your case. Oh yeah. Let the man and I confess. Oh yeah. But I see not impressed. Oh yeah. Follow me and leave the rest. Oh yeah. I'm on your case. Oh yeah. Let the man and I confess. Oh yeah. But I see not impressed. Oh yeah. Follow me and leave the rest. Oh yeah. Me lucky the way you whine it. Me lucky the way you whine it. I'm on your case. Your body the way you whine it. Your body the way you whine it. I'm on your case. Lucky the way you whine it. Me lucky the way you whine it. I'm on your case. Your body the way you whine it. Your body the way you whine it. I'm on your case. Oh yeah. Yes, you live your physically fit. Unanipa hamu, unanikosha. Unanivuta kama magneti kwa vile unavyojua kurombosa. Oh yeah. Show me all your magic sense skills. Uko na kipaji for real. Girl, your body's naturally. Baby dance and jiggle up. Your fire waist got me crazy. All eyes on you, Machiavelli. I cannot die you, but also blame me. Let me shoot my shot. I'm on your case. Oh yeah. And the man and I confess. Oh yeah. But I see not impressed. Oh yeah. Girl, follow me and leave the rest. I'm on your case. Oh yeah. And the man and I confess. Oh yeah. But I see not impressed. Oh yeah. Girl, follow me and leave the rest. Oh yeah. Me lucky the way you whine it. Me lucky the way you whine it. I'm on your case. Your body the way you whine it. Your body the way you whine it. I'm on your case. Lucky the way you whine it. Me lucky the way you whine it. I'm on your case. Your body the way you whine it. Your body the way you whine it.
Westland got this sauce in it.
Vijana barubaru na wewe.
Brand new.
Baby panda mti kama network ni blanda. I'm on a romantico. Better option ni wewe safa elewe. I'm on a romantico. Nimekunokia na techno kuhanga papana. I'm on a romantico. Better option ni wewe. Leo nimebaibamba, leta mamako tuonge. Tulikosana tangu masikio nitoboe. Hii namba ni ya mse wa movie hapa kwa base, usireply hata kikutext. Uliwacha kubonda tangu kuku zenu ziende missing. Mliacha kushuku ule mkisi kuna ukame. Na hopa bako aliunda fence, naogopa sana kuliwe na fisi. I'm on a romantic call, baby panda mti kama network ni blanda. I'm on a romantic call, better option ni wewe safa elewe. I'm on a romantic call, nimekunokia na techno kuhanga papana. I'm on a romantic call, better option ni wewe. Kielewe, kielewe, lazima nikuweke. Kielewe, kielewe, lazima nikuweke. Kielewe, kielewe, lazima nikuweke. Kielewe, kielewe, lazima nikuweke.
Throw some balls nipigane juu yako, nibonge na God nimwitishe bei yako, nilale chini unikalie kichapo, nibonge na gang ndo tufike Rorasho. Pia nadai tuwatese Nairobi hadi Dar, couple goals too much outfits Adidas. Kubali ni kushike ni kukunjie kwa cab, shukuru ex wako I'm glad alikudump. My gold una glitter, fashion killer, grass is greener when the thighs are thicker. Na picture yo tumbo iki get bigger, nataka ka boy unadeka kwena sister. 2 hours on a video call na we, who feel like a minute, we can do this all night. Ukigolo kuna low siezi break, uko lonely I'ma cruise to your end.
I'm on a romantic call, baby panda mti kama network ni blanda. I'm on a romantic call, better option ni wewe safa elewe. I'm on a romantic call, nimekunokia na techno kuhanga papana. I'm on a romantic call, better option ni wewe. Kielewe, kielewe, lazima nikuweke. Kielewe, kielewe, lazima nikuweke. Kielewe, kielewe, lazima nikuweke. Kielewe, kielewe, natafuta makaa nishapata jiko. Kama cheating ni drugs niko detox. Mfuna nipa uhai kuna symptoms, safisha signal.
Neza grow some balls nipigane juu yako, nibonge na God nimwitishe bei yako, nilale njaa unikalie kichapo, nibonge na gang ndo tufike Rorasho.
I'm on a romantic call, baby panda mti kama network ni blanda. I'm on a romantic call, better option ni wewe safa elewe. I'm on a romantic call, nimekunokia na techno kuhanga papana. I'm on a romantic call.
That is brand new Vijana Baru Baru playing on 254 Express. My name is Joker 254, and as we close down the show, this is the last hour. I want to shut the fuck up and play some music, guys. So enjoy the music, please, please, please. Keep listening to Radio 254. This is 254 Express. My name is Joker 254. Let's get it.
Made it.
Yo sabi whisky ni mina wewe, acha ni wachapie basi. Yo skia check sabi wu ala kazam, mrembo na kola na tafuta plan. Time inasonga ishafika jan, na kibonga siezi kujam. Junko fly ka Peter Pan, that you love me I don't understand. 433 ka Saint man, nyaju na head on a journey fan. Are you dumb? What you mean? How you thought you would pressure the team? Well, okay, hit na kimbisha my dreams. I'm chasing the dough, I'm chasing the green. But now it's just you and me. Ni mina wewe is you and me. Stuck right there now, shengia box, cause man don't talk like Mr. Bean. Are you dumb? What you mean? How you thought you would pressure the team? Well, okay, hit na kimbisha my dreams. I'm chasing the dough, I'm chasing the green. But now it's just you and me. Ni mina wewe is you and me. Stuck right there now, shengia box, cause man don't talk like Mr. Bean. It's me and you, kujia sesh. Anajua mali yangu ni fresh, kombato clean, nikaniko jesh. What did you think you're special? What did you think you're special? Mina kuto hapa quick fast. Alisema na dekula hot dog, kumbe si a quick match. I said that I'm fresh, tick tack, uswai piga move bila tack. Dick, she throwing it back on tick tock, na ipiga mara size ka hat trick. Niko on ka matchstick, and I stay cool like the Arctic. Shorty pull up in the AM, cause I make her wet like John the Baptist. Sabi wu, ala kazam, mrembo na kola na tafuta plan. Time inasonga ishafika jan, na kibonga siezi kujam. Junko fly ka Peter Pan, that you love me I don't understand. 433 ka Saint man, nyaju na head on a journey fan. Are you dumb? What you mean? How you thought you would pressure the team? Well, okay, hit na kimbisha my dreams. I'm chasing the dough, I'm chasing the green. But now it's just you and me. Ni mina wewe is you and don't talk like Mr. Bean. Don't talk like Tom and Jerry. Me and the brothers like Ed and Eddie. I give her that double D and then she getting the jawbreaker whenever she ready. Now I'm switching the topic. What the fuck you want take me a locket? RP take off, up with the rockets. Why all these faces always searching my pockets? Kumbini shade iko kwa mabuyu. Minko biz, emi mpikuyu. Miss Kudri, but you thought that I knew you. If you bad then I come and I do you. Done. I make a hit in the stew. Done. Papa Molly on the beach. Done. Made 100,000 G's. Done. Sabi woo, alakazam. Rembo na kola na tafuta plan. Time inasonga ishafika jan. Na akibonga siyezi kujam. Junko fly ka Peter Pan. That you love me I don't understand. 433 ka Saint-Germain. Nyaju na head on a Joe any fun. Are you dumb? What you mean? How you thought you would pressure the team? Well, okay, hit na kimbisha my dreams. I'm chasing the dough, I'm chasing the cream. But now it's just you and me. Nimina wewe is you and me. Stuck out there now shengi a box. Cause man don't talk like Mr. Bean. Are you dumb? What you mean? How you thought you would pressure the team? Well, okay, hit na kimbisha my dreams. I'm chasing the dough, I'm chasing the cream. But now it's just you and me. Nimina wewe is you and me. Stuck out there now shengi a box. Cause man don't talk like Mr. Bean. Check, check. Sabi woo. Acha niwachapie basi. Yo, I feel like the Holy Father. How she on her knees for me on a Sunday. I just got teacher on duty. How she on her knees for me on a Monday. Supermodel, super thick. My dresser up, put her on the runway. We don't do back and forth. Back and forth, this shit go one way. And her face looking so cute. I make her look back when I'm hitting it, doggy. That's your princess, sorry. It is what it is, now the streets get dodgy. But she love on a dirty talk, dirty talk, dirty talk. To me like that and then just watch her do your body, Hodi hodi, ngenge truka, odi odi. Late night she calling, study the game like Collie. And why is he dressed like that? We know it's police. She throwing it back like that, you know she turn up for this. Wine, rewind. I see an unknown number, I don't pick up, I just hit decline. She wanna know my sign, come let me sign your titties, fine. Game 19 at extra time. You know that I chase my goals, so I had to cross that line. I feel like the Holy Father, how she on her knees for me on a Sunday. I just got teacher on duty, how she on her knees for me on a Monday. Supermodel, super thick, my dresser up, put her on the runway. We don't do back and forth, this shit go one way. And her face looking so cute, I make her look back when I'm hitting it, doggy. That's your princess, sorry, it is what it is, now the streets get dodgy. But she love on a dirty talk, dirty talk, dirty talk. To me like that and then just watch her do your body, Yo, we do not live in fear. He came in the club all vexed like where's my gal, she's just over here. Oh my god, oh dear. My boys wanna bend around but minim so clear. I was looking for my dick cause baby girl made it disappear. Surely, and your eye feel unruly. Why you talking ice but then you be rocking the fakest jewelry? I just did a murder, yeah I'm guilty, ask the jury. She wanna take it further, yeah I'm with it, yeah let's do this. I feel like the Holy Father, how she on her knees for me on a Sunday. I just got teacher on duty, how she on her knees for me on a Monday. Supermodel, super thick, my dresser up, put her on the runway. We don't do back and forth, this shit go one way. And her face looking so cute, I make her look back when I'm hitting it, doggy. That's your princess, sorry, it is what it is, now the streets get dodgy. But she love on a dirty talk, dirty talk, dirty talk. To me like that and then just watch her do your body, I feel like the Holy Father, how she on her knees for me on a Sunday. I just got teacher on duty, how she on her knees for me on a Monday. Supermodel, super thick, my dresser up, put her on the runway. We don't do back and forth, this shit go one way. And her face looking so cute, I make her look back when I'm hitting it, doggy. That's your princess, sorry, it is what it is, now the streets get dodgy. But she love on a dirty talk, dirty talk, dirty talk. To me like that and then just watch her do your body,
Came through, fake bubbly. Shorty on the dance floor bubbling. She came with a brand new strategy.
Came through dressing fake bubbery. Shorty on the dance floor bubbling. She came with a brand new strategy. Says I can call a friend if he ain't ugly. Ugly. Told I only keep fly company. Call my friend on the phone, new strategy. Told him to come through and fake bubbly.
Designer thing is a designer thing. Wanapenda ule tali yako na style and bling. Bado sijafanikiwa kupata nicer thing. So we fake it till we make it like a young black king. Buyaka fake style tuna bring. Tumedunga fake Gucci na ma fake gold ring. Jina ina ring bell like ting-a-ling-a-ling. Karada dem wako asigo missing.
Fake Nike and to feel icy. Gold plated chain fakes watching I entice them. Young enterprising, bottles coming all night. Budaka mimi vela konyagi na ka Sprite. Modest fella no wonder sikutika fella. Drip na maji lazima kukacha wine kasela. Usinisumbue bro niko wera. But wakikuja na ubaya basi jua wanapewa. Just cause I
came through dressing fake bubbery. Shorty on the dance floor bubbling. She came with a brand new strategy. Says I can call a friend if he ain't ugly. Ugly. Told I only keep fly company. Call my friend on the phone, new strategy. Told him to come through and fake bubbly.
I like my bubbly, calm and relaxed, no excitement. That means we ain't gonna live up to the hype shit. Ooh, your outfit is so inviting, and you can bet money I'm invited. I got me some big drip baba, so they call me Big Drip Baba. And I gotta thank mama for balling on the kid. I promise I got you proper for believing in the dream. So you know how man's stepping out.
Start over, come over, you know I could. I'm better on my own, but I still want you, just ecstasy. You be all I need, you got all I need.
Ecstasy, I was your ecstasy. I know I made you happy, 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 happy.
we flash. I'm gonna worship if you say so. Yeah. You by my side is a wish match. Where you want it, baby, you know I say hello. Yeah. I'm tryna bless it like a missile. Yeah. Then let it bounce like a jello. Baby, blood is about to you, baby. I'm sitting back like your body a banana. Face is lightning in your body a thunder. You know you got me like, baby. Blood is about to you, baby. I'm sitting back like your body a banana. Face is lightning in your body a thunder. I said my baby go bless me. Everything you do is interesting. Flowers for you now. The sun's out, sky is blue now. This love gives me energy, baby. I don't like so much energy. Flowers for you now. I don't like to you now. Do you wanna fight for the youth and love? Baby, I'll be giving you the wood and love. It's protect your neck when you turn up. I don't date your friend, lady, you shut up. Animals came 2 by 2. When you walk your back, baby, room my view. All your limbs on earth, baby, 2 times 2. What should I do? Plenty blessings follow me and follow you. Oh, follow, plenty for you. See the light from the sun, no blocking bamboo. Oh, follow, me, baby. Blood is about to you, baby. I'm sitting back like your body a banana. Face is lightning in your body a thunder. You know you got me like, baby. Blood is about to you, baby. I'm sitting back like your body a banana. Face is lightning in your body a thunder. I said my baby go bless me. Everything you do is interesting. Flowers for you now. The sun's out, sky is blue now. This love gives me energy, baby. I don't like so much energy. Flowers for you now. I don't like to you now.
Yeah, nangaishu na furahi naye night and day. Walai kila siku na furahi naye Wolambe.
No, I know I did you wrong. I said what I said is habitual. The mutual feeling is unusual. I know I did you wrong. I said what I said is habitual. The mutual feeling is unusual.
Yeah, nije nikupeleke peleke. Ukisema iwe. Tell me when you want it, anywhere you want it.
Bae, inakubambia wapi? Bae, uko ticklish wapi? Nipizo King Don aka Papi. Na nikising slow utatinga chapi. Catch a wave tu, tuko beach, tuko lit. Come kwa cave, nikushow something. Palm trees, niki drip dive in. Usizame, just float on me. Cause I'm about to lose it. Toka kwenye pool please, twende kwa jacuzzi. Yo, let's make a movie. I'm about to prove it, you about to move it. So, chore ama cool kids, nimeka mna cookies. Pia napenda sushi, fish, harufu ya kuchi. Kwanza seti wet, vegetari uko uchi.
Yambie nije nikupeleke peleke. Ukisema iwe. Tell me when you want it, anywhere you want it. Tell me when you want it.
When you want it.
Anywhere you want it. Where you want it? Tell me where you want it. Where you want it? Tell me where you want. Anywhere you want it. Yeah, me DJ. Nikupeleke peleke. Ukisema iwe. Tell me where you want it. Anywhere you want it.
So if you're lonely, you can hear me on my line all night. Even though you make my chest feel tight, I still pick up for you. Just don't disown me. If you find a boy who fits your life, nothing crazy, nothing worth your time, but isn't love all we do? I'm still waiting for you. 'Cause isn't love all we do? I know it hurts, but it's true. I know it hurts, but it's true. So let your flowers grow. Find somebody to love. Been down this road before. I won't stick around just because. So let your flowers grow. Find somebody to love. Been down this road before. I won't stick around just because. If you think you really know me, show me. Cause if you say I'm unlikely to believe the little flickers of faith in us beyond the unforeseen, the bit of bickering, breaking the cement beneath our feet. We made these mirrors to break in case of our urgency, knowing if we need to escape, it's not an emergency. Growing from a piece to a place that I could feel home, never letting go. Better that I phone every once in a while. Whenever you need to breathe, I see the grief in your smile. I taste the tears in my teeth. I think I needed to cry, but I was scared to compete. I would never put my fears at your feet, put my pen on your plate, waiting on your message at 7:45, staring at the ceiling, trying to find a mistake. Hope I keep it pushing instead of living to wait, doing my best not to break. Feel like you're doing the same. Yeah, feel like you're doing the same. Oh, feel like you're doing the same. Doing the same. So let your flowers grow. Find somebody to love. I've been down this road before. I won't stick around just because. Rain last night, it's sunnier now. Said my joke made you giggle, think it's funny how instead of taking my time, feel like I'm asking for yours with nothing concrete in mind, just letting life run its course. And if you put me on pause, girl, I don't blame you. Cause part of me was trying to do the same too. Either way, I'm happy that you came through. Either way, I'm only here because I like hearing you talk. I like holding your hand. I know finding each other was never part of the plan. I've been thinking too much, I've been thinking of you. Trying to fight how I'm feeling like I got something to prove. I like holding your hand. I like holding your hand.
slow. I like not really knowing exactly where this will go. I know feelings are hard, maybe you need a break. I know it's complicated in ways that I can't relate. I like holding your hand. I like holding your hand. Days get cold when it's supposed to be summertime. Tell don't show, that's no matter if you're online. I ain't never know where the night can be. Cause when it feels too good, think it's make believe. I don't wanna wake up yet, cause I'm having fun. Sorry if I interject, but yeah, as the sun shining soft this morning, hopeful for the day. Still finding my footing, so I'm sorry if I stray from the point. No, my joints getting weary by the day. From the path, no, my heart's being a victim of decay. For the life of me, I keep forgetting what to say. When we get a little close and I don't want any space, like, hey, wondering if you wait, just in case you haven't, there's a spot by your estate. If you don't hit traffic, I can meet you there by 8. Or if you're ready in 20, I can pick you on the way. It's not that far, like, if you were headed that way already, like, that side of town, like, I mean, like, you could also go there yourself if you wanted, like, I don't really, like, to be honest, it's cool with me either way, like, just want to make sure together so I can, I like hearing you talk, I like holding your hand. I know finding each other was never part of the plan. I've been thinking too much, I've been thinking of you, trying to find how I'm feeling, like I got something to prove. I like holding your hand. I like holding your hand. And I like taking my time, I like taking it slow. I like not really knowing exactly where this will go. I know feelings are hard, maybe you need a break. I know it's complicated in ways that I can't relate. I like holding your hand. I like holding your hand.
That was I Like playing on 254 Express. My name is Joker254 and Nico Wera. It's been an interesting week. I think it's the week 2 back. We're trying to hold it down. Kenyan music to the world. I miss this. I genuinely miss this. I'm all about 3 hours of music, conversation, and interviews, and that's what we do over here on the 254 Express. And I'm so happy to be back. Hi. How are you? Huh? You're good. When you're hardest working huku, Abu ambia the world, how do you do it? Huh?
How do I do it?
Yeah.
I just wake up and do it. Yeah, that's how.
You're so tired.
Yeah, like, you know, I was listening to the interview and, like, not that it was you, but I've knocked out a good one.
Huh?
And
So I am boring.
no, it wasn't that. I was so tired. Like, I was even surprised I knocked out. But yeah, how was the interview?
It was a great interview.
Mhm.
So it was a pleasure. 254 Express is very simple: music, conversations, and interviews.
That's great.
So time has come where we must end the show.
Yeah.
But I'll be back again next week.
Yeah. And you should tell people to stay tuned because we got amazing shows over the weekend.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Huh?
They should keep tuned. Make sure that they, you know, just stay with us because over the weekend we have amazing shows as well.
Alright guys, tune in to Radio 254 from 7 a.m. tomorrow to 10 p.m. We've got an amazing lineup of shows lined up for you guys. My name is Joker254. I hold it down on the 254 Express and I love Kenyan music. I'll be back next week. More interviews, more conversation, more Kenyan music. I hope you have enjoyed New Music Friday today on I Never Heard This. Big shout out to my big homie Mao for coming through. We'll be back again.
Bye.
Control me, control me. Oh, when you control, na na na. When you control me. Worldwide, Miss International. Dimension. You got me in and
Oh yeah. Would you be my pen and paper?
but I wanna write it down, yeah, for myself to see. Cause I'm out here wondering if you would be there for me. Cause it was fine when we started, and I wonder if you're toxic. And I spend all my days now in a state of need, and I'll be there for you even though you're bad for me. Even though I wonder will you say no for me. Would you be my pen and paper? I could write your destiny. Maybe I could see you later.
Good night, world. I thank you so much for listening to me. I am so grateful. I cannot even brag. I am humbled. Thank you so much. Have a lovely night. I'll be back on Monday.
Oh, you're like my therapy. Wish that I could feel this forever. Can make you to my memory. Ukini karibia, najiachilia. Ukini karibia, najiachilia. Ukini karibia.
The interview will be up on YouTube as soon as I can get a computer. Thank you.
Najiachilia. Ukini karibia, najiachilia. Ukini karibia, najiachilia.